They're getting rowdy and ready. What is up, everybody? My name is Frank. And wait, is everyone's in the right spots? I don't have to do. You know what, Joey? Though, please, Joey, come on. Let's.
Wow.
I mean, it's been established that Majuular has replaced me, so I think it's only fair.
You already brought me halfway. You gotta finish me off. All right.
The final boss, God or Frank? Take your pick.
God or Frank? Yeah. I'm just trying to get finished off, man. I don't know what to
Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is the main question.
Frank, you cool, bro?
Oh my goodness.
India,
my name
John,
is Frank.
Oh, India.
This is Super RPG Friends with the main companion quest. And this is the finale of Chrono Cross. Unless I decide to do some deranged thing where you can play like a 30-second clip of Gale, this will probably be the last time I have to listen to Gale in a very long amount of time. So I'm looking forward to that, but who knows? I mean, we brought Swole Coden. What would our experience with Gale be if we didn't bring a little bit of it with us? We are joined tonight by the lovely Majuular, in addition to my beautiful co-hosts. How are you beautiful babies doing today? It's good to see you.
All right.
Good, Frank.
How about you, Frank? Everyone's like a little scared of that question for some reason.
I was like, oh.
I
can't be honest here.
You're allowed to be honest, Chet.
Yeah, you can do it.
Well, in that case, I'm going to be honest because I watched Majuular's Chrono Cross YouTube video today, and I agreed with almost everything that he said, but one thing that I majorly agreed with, and I shouted, one of those loud thank you moments, was he said, Chrono Cross is weird. And you know what? That is truth. The absolute truth. It's a weird game, and I'm glad it exists.
I think everyone can agree on the Chrono Cross's weird point.
I didn't do my homework, Majuular. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it. But I've seen like many of your other videos.
You know what? It's one of those things. I won't come out and say I'm ashamed of the video or anything like that, because lots of people who watch me now like that video, so it would be like insulting all of them. But it's like the first video I made that was like that kind of hit the algorithm in any sort of way, had like modicum of effort put into it. I feel like I have like challenged myself so much to become better at editing and writing that looking back at the me of 2 years ago who wrote that, all I see is things that I want to change. So I'm almost kind of that's the one video where I'm almost scared to like go back and rewatch it, just because I'm worried I'll be like, no, you idiot, why did you say it like that?
It's just the first Earthbound is a rough watch. I get it.
Bro, look, you know what you gotta adopt? You gotta adopt the new shit sucks adage. Like anyone who listens to hardcore, like the first album is always the best album. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of shit. Stick to it?
Is there a story behind the Majuular picture with the neck brace on?
Not really. It just
pops up.
I just like had that picture because I actually was wearing a neck brace, and my girlfriend just snapped a picture of it, so I just had it on my computer. And then every time I want to like filibuster but I don't have a good thing to edit in, I'll just have that picture. And then it got to the point where people were like, hey, it's the neck brace guy. I was like, all right, maybe it's time to disassociate from this image.
Well, it's the whiplash that you got from wanting to have people watch your videos and then seeing what happens when a lot of people watch your videos. So that you needed it, bro. I get it.
Yeah, it's very true.
I want to.
It's the whiplash when you see all the comments correcting your fucking pronunciation of the word.
Well, that's the Canada. You can't help that, man. There's nothing you can do. Would you get? Wait, what? Was there anything in Chrono Cross that you mispronounced or whatever?
No, it was all good in Chrono Cross, and let's end the discussion.
I want to give a shout out. Happy anniversary, John. And thank you for still hanging out with us on your dang anniversary, you beautiful bouncing baby boy. Thank you. How are you doing today? How's your day been going? Have you done anything fun, or has it just been work mostly today?
Mostly work. I had to turn in my self-review for the year. which means that I've spent the last week agonizing over what.
I was gonna say that sounds like the hardest thing.
Yeah,
I could have just ripped you. Just get
I'm
Six to
serious.
write
I could have written it for you and been like,
Just
yeah, take that.
Thanks, John. Perfect. Majuular, how you doing today, baby? How's your day been?
Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, I've just been working. Looking forward to participating in the finale. It's been a little bit since I've actually probably haven't touched Chrono Cross since I actually made that video on it. So I'm looking forward to it. I remember the last boss being cool. Aside from, well, I don't want to say anything, but like I remember like the ending being pretty neat.
Did you play the remaster or did you replay the PlayStation one? Because I remember we talked about this game before briefly, and you had played it when you were younger. I remember, if I remember.
Yep.
So yeah, did you play the remaster or just replay the OG version?
Yeah, for the video I played the remaster. But in when I was younger, I played through the original many times without truly being able to wrap my head around the story. Sort of still, but better now, I guess.
Dude,
you guys imagine if Majuular tattled on himself as a time traveler right there, and he was like, as a kid, I also played the remaster for shit.
Well, no, because of the Panther Demon. Yeah, dude, I was trying to explain, I was trying to explain the lore and the whole big twist of Chrono Cross. I was like, I'm gonna try to do this in a minute, and it was not a minute. And it was me just talking at everybody on the show for like 5 minutes, and I felt like I was like at the bank and my ass was out. You know, that's how it felt trying. Like,
can I make a deposit?
And I sniffed my hand, dude. It was so bad. It was like
I could see that the longer you talked without us participating in the conversation, you just kept getting a little bit more and more sweaty as it went on. And then it's like, and now I'm not gonna say anything. Let's see how far this goes.
I think
I also learned.
I think one of my favorite sweaty Joey moments was definitely him trying to like mansplain why Gambit might not have felt the boiling heat when Gambit just trying to help in that fucking X-Men
Gambit just trying to help.
Gambit trying to help. And Joey's like, well, it could be because his powers include like a transfusion between like energy, and he's just like, I need to stop.
And that's why I like Chrono Cross, because I tried to make excuses for something that does not give clear answers. Not any intent to. So.
I'm going off purely by memory here, but correct me if I'm wrong. The whole Panther Demon thing came about because when Miguel and what's his name again? Wazuki touched the frozen flame. There was some sort of what would you say? Like some kind of a trade was made, and Wazuki's soul ended up somehow like inhabiting Surge's greatest fear or something like that, which happened to be a Panther Demon. Something along those lines.
Yeah, you're really close. Because Surge had been like attacked by the demon and was like poisoned or dying or whatever, and then like Shala through some magical function in the frozen flame like picked up on that and were like, oh hey, here's this, and then Fate tried to make some kind of manifestation that was like of his greatest fear, but he wouldn't really remember that.
I love how the answer to this question just like complicates everything by like a million times.
How perfect what is, John?
How perfect all your little explanations are.
Dude, that is not a perfect. That is, again, I'm feeling like now like one ball's hanging out of my shorts.
Oh no, at the bank? Fuck.
That's what's happening, dude. I feel exposed and vulnerable. I can't do this well. That story is not easy to like condense and.
I will. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I just jumped completely into a non sequitur. I saw somebody arguing at battle music, so I started talking to them while you were still speaking. I apologize.
No, that's just the Gale brain, dude. That's just what happens when I hear that music.
That part of your video, that part of your video, Majuular, was phenomenal. By the way, when you talked about Gale.
Oh yeah,
and you just kept replaying the first stinger over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Taking the brain forever.
I think my take on that if I remember correctly, basically is that it's like, I actually think that Gale, from like a composition perspective, is kind of a cool song. And if you listen to the instrumentation they use in Radical Dreamers, it's actually way more listenable in that game, and it's more like contextually appropriate. But the way it's used in Chrono Cross is so incredibly abrasive, and they use like the brightest, most intense instruments, and it's just like drills a hole into your brain after a while.
Well, it's in that fucking like weird 9/8 time signature, and then it switches.
It's a crazy.
And it like switches like wait 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 8. So it does that, then it switches to like.
And there's
5.
It's full of like unresolved chords, which are usually like meant to create like heightened sense of anxiety, but it's like cranked up to 1000% with this song.
What's the name of that like sound motif they use to evoke death in a lot of like shows and stuff like that? What's it called? I only learned about it recently.
Is this the is this like a chord or something that was like banned by the church in certain places?
The black note?
Or something like that, yeah. I might be thinking of something else, but...
No, I don't... I've never actually like...
Dies Irae.
Oh, Dies Irae, yeah.
Dies Irae, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
All his pain, Majuular's way too good at making videos. He's OP, nerf.
I don't know about that.
Please don't. He's not done with Ultima yet. I have to know. All I know is that he killed a kid recently.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're fucking doing that to yourself, dude. I'm a sicko, man. I'll play through like an entire series and like hate myself for it sometimes. Ultima is something I won't. No, I don't have the power.
The power.
I don't know, man. It's if I wasn't doing this, would I be playing Ultima 1 and 2, 3? No, but there is something strangely rewarding about it, especially in this context, because it's like a lot of comments are like, I will never play Ultima, but it's great to feel like I've played it vicariously through your videos. So it's kind of like, I almost have fun playing it with that in mind, that I get to like be a conduit through which people can like experience Ultima.
Yeah, you get to be a conduit to poserdom. Yeah, that's sick.
Enabler.
If you don't beat Ultima 2 without a walkthrough, which means like misspelling a word at some point, then you're not a real gamer.
Yeah, I agree. I love the idea of like gatekeeping PC 88 and MSX RPGs. Like, I think that's
if you didn't play
awesome.
Doone for the Amiga, you don't even understand the series. Like,
yeah, your fan base of 3 people.
Yeah. Fucking god.
Stay out. We don't need new people. There's dozens of us here already.
Oh god, there's dozens of us here already. Alright, Johnny boy, where are we going?
What's the
flying building to handle, right?
Oh yeah, god, there's a flying building, huh?
What's on the agenda? Oh, Terra. Have you guys not done that yet?
No,
that's
I think
where
we've
we left
done
off.
everything but Terra Tower now. We did all the other outer world stuff.
Okay.
We beat the super boss. Very legitimate tactics. I mean, if I didn't,
If you brought Riddell, I swear. Oh wait, you have to. Wait, do you have to do that?
I just put the yellow plate on Link's, but because of that, to make it a little bit quicker, I did just turn on God mode. I was like, the end result's the same. He's just gonna keep healing me.
Old no principles Frank, we call
Yeah, crazy choice. Yeah.
We need Starkey.
This game, Starkey fucks.
Oh, where the fuck's
You
Starkey?
gotta have Starkey. Sky
Honestly,
Dragon
in your party.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
I love this game's battle system, but it is not a challenging game in terms of like combat design. You know,
what's up,
like
Six?
nothing.
Did someone say Amiga? Oh, we got crackly audio.
He summoned him
that.
with 6 bits. The 6-bit summon.
I like the Dario fight in principle, but the problem is once you know how to do it, then it just becomes trivial. It would be cool if there was more like fights like that kind of mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like I get it because this game is almost impenetrable.
I'm sorry,
at times.
I forgot his name was Starkey. I've literally only known him as Lil Mayo.
Lil Mayo.
Yeah.
Mayo.
I think that was my only naming contribution in like this 4 or 5 years we've been playing.
Okay.
2 years.
Majuular, you want to go on a trip really quick? All right. We got Surge Tankian. We got Schmoopy. We got Pierre.
Wait a minute.
Cuck Norris. All caps. Darsh, Karsh the Darsh.
Nice.
Radia question mark.
Diaper. Viper the Diaper. Stupid. Dracula. Pashulp. You know, I went to the doctor and he said I had a Pashulp growing. Pineapple, because they were definitely swingers. The Cha-Cha Slide. Luffy.
Oh, I never saw
that. There's me. It's just Frank. Don't chud. No, we got Froku. You know, named that was what we named. That's what we named Frog in Chrono Trigger. We got Boing Boing, Yoko Taro, Lil Mayo, York.
Because Cocky won Boing Boing? No, holy shit, that could have did that actually.
Rutabaga, Mojoey Pesci.
That's at the top of the list.
I am Joie Pesci.
I don't remember that.
Schnoz, Flintstone.
It's good.
Vinay. I literally do not remember what context or anything Vinay was.
Vinay.
We got Granny May, Deuterino.
What the fuck is this piece
the
of
Trash
shit?
Man. Boss Mo and Cyborg 009. That is the full cast of what happened when they let me name characters in a game where I get like.
I would have named
40
Doc Hacky Sack.
Hacky Sack. That's pretty
He does
good.
totally look like a hacky sack.
Dude, it's
There's probably a lot nicer, like a whole lot. He has a better track record than Beef. He's got Amiga Brain. He saw one games radar. Top new games of April 24 thinks he's contributing. Even for the yes, absolutely.
Hold on.
No, Joey, no. Okay, so where do I bring Lil Mayo? John?
So we got Little Mayo in the party. We're going to El Nido Triangle.
Okay.
Okay, there's no Mojo, but there's a lot of Gardevoir. Or
Also, thanks, John.
The underwater ambient track used to help me fall asleep all the time. The one that plays when you're in the actual triangle proper.
Oh, that's
like under the water.
I don't remember where it's at.
I know, I had a brain fart. There it is.
There it is.
I was like, where is the triangle, actually?
Wait, my sound is not on.
Many have wondered.
I fall asleep to Gale all the time, personally.
And have horrible nightmares.
Fever dreams.
Yeah.
I wake up with my jaws clenched and I've got like huge cheek muscles.
Turn up the encounter. This is the entirety of this game on stream has been me telling Frank to turn off encounters.
And Frank not listening.
Can you do that in this version? I don't remember.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, so one of the sticking points in that video is that I mentioned like this game doesn't have traditional level ups. It only like levels you up once you beat a boss, sort of gating progression. And like, I got 70,000 comments telling me that actually you get miniature level ups between fights, and I really like should have mentioned that. And my brain.
He's got a robot. I'm sorry. I had to process that I saw a giant robot. Continue. Sorry,
That's the strangest thing you've seen playing Chrono Cross so far.
I'm fresh out of Mecha Monday, baby. I'm all hype.
But Majuular got gatekept on YouTube, so now he's trying to gatekeep Frank.
Yeah. Man, you clearly don't love this game as much as I do. You're
Dude,
surprised.
that's so funny. Like that. Yeah, you definitely missed a giant part of the game. Like the 1 HP that you can get from fighting 20 encounters in a row. Like, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like every time, like, it's not that I didn't know that. It's that while writing, I was like, is it worth dedicating half a page to explaining something that doesn't really make that big of a difference? And I got a pulse back, and the answer is yes.
Yes, people care.
In actuality, you probably could turn encounters off and you wouldn't suffer for it throughout the entire game.
That's I haven't gotten any of those comments in the videos, but I got a lot of like, why is the Assyrian flag in the background?
I get those on our TikTok sometimes. Like, then they never respond. But I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Priorities.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you know, all right. I'm not gonna engage with that, but that fucking rules.
Probably wise.
That's so sick, dude. I love people. People are great.
I don't know whether I'm supposed to read this with dripping with irony or not.
It's like, what really begetted what? Like, what begets what? Porn comments into YouTube comments, or YouTube comments into porn? Like, what? Where's the chicken and the egg there?
I feel you cut your teeth in YouTube, and then it eventually becomes not enough.
Okay.
So you have to upgrade to find your next fix, which is probably Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say people go to Reddit.
The pipeline.
Yeah. Before you jump straight into
interesting hypothesis.
Into the pipeline into watching pipe being laid is very
right.
important. Yeah.
The pipeline.
The pipe to pipeline. Yeah.
That's called Joey. That's called docking.
Pizza P. Oh,
this kind of it helps you with your worldview.
I can press
you know
left
what your
and
worldview
see
is.
every character. What? What? I figured this out on the finale. What the fuck?
Poor Frank. We're always learning new stuff.
Read the manual.
I knew this. I don't think I knew this either, to be honest with you.
You're kidding me. God damn it! They're making us lift weights.
People play the entirety of Rebirth without realizing that there's that materia switch screen, and I'm like, ooh, oh, bro.
Yes, that happened to one of my friends too, and I told them, and they were like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's still like not great UX because it could be faster, but
all the weights. Forgot they're both the stupid weights. Oh no, my girlfriend's going to get weights.
Yeah, bro. Let's go.
All right, Majuular's girlfriend.
So,
you know what? The worst part of oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, what you were gonna say is probably way better than what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure I would have got in trouble for mine. Okay, then I'll say what I was gonna say. I have watched porn before.
Oh.
Okay.
The man of God? No.
However,
well said. Oh,
I have never watched it and been like, I've got something to say. I've got something to say right here. All right. I feel like my opinion needs to be expressed right now.
Right, and with Chrono Cross, it's the opposite. I play this game and I have opinions. But yeah, with porn, I'm like, yeah, you know, I got what I needed out of it. That was like, an acceptable.
That's why I feel like that's the bottom. That's the bottom of the barrel of the have to comment on the internet fix.
Well, there's discourse and discourse, and so you know that's the
the balance. That one was just laid out there for John, and he missed it.
Yeah, I was trying to get to it, so I
know,
didn't have to.
If you take a look at Twitter, Joey's Twitter profile, he does have Free Stellar Blade in his bio. So
I made a post about that, and it like that lost me like 10 followers, which is not that much, but like, you know, I don't.
Was that like
more than you would expect?
Yeah.
Was that conversation pre-modular coming in? I don't understand the rage.
Some of it.
I don't understand the rage behind Stellar Blade, and I don't know what side of the rage I'm supposed to be on.
Oh,
as a 41-year-old man.
Just know one thing, that Mark Kern is a fucking idiot, and that's all. That's all that matters. That's really it. That's all. Because like, even if I had a horse in that race, and my fucking like the Vox Populi was fucking Mark Kern's rhetoric, I would shoot myself in the head. Which, you know, like...
Joey, stop it!
Oh, so speaking of which, I have a story to tell before... this is good. So I'm like, I thought I had kind of sort of or diluted out a lot of my, like, short guy aggression. And I'm shout outs to Tatsuo too.
Hell yeah.
And so I was like, I wanted to get a little coffee and a donut, you know, before the show. you get yourself a coffee and a donut, and then you eat the donut on the way home. That's what you got to do. And so I'm doing that, and I'm walking home, and this guy's in the fucking middle of the sidewalk, just in the middle of the fucking sidewalk, and he's like not really
walking,
me, not even, just standing, standing, just taking up the fucking side, and it's a kind of big sidewalk. So I see him there, and I'm like, you know, when you walk on the right side. That's how people walk this way. You know?
Why did my attempt to see his fucking HP miss? That's bullshit. Continue. That's ridiculous.
Stop fighting the encounters, dude. We have a
This is the boss. We gotta fight him.
No, you don't have to fight the boss. You can run from the boss. That's a mechanic in the game.
He's in front of the thing that I gotta go to.
So he's standing in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. And then I almost bump into him, and he like kind of nudges me. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like I immediately went into like, just, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, blah, 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 blah. I was like,
"You have no talent."
Pour this fucking scalding coffee on your head and burn out the last 5 brain cells you have left. And he's just like, just muttering and shit. I'm just like so pissed off. And I walked to the end of the block, and I turned around. I'm like, "You're a fucking idiot!" Just screaming down the street. I'm like, all right, I'm back.
Have you considered switching to tea?
No, dude, you haven't been here lately. You missed my whole. John, you want to help me
saga?
The tea saga, the tea hab.
Not
we had to send Joey to tea hab.
Try to make me go to tea hab. I hate myself.
No.
I don't. Okay,
Why are we underwater, by the way?
Yeah, why are we fighting this giant jellyfish?
We're trying to get a UFO.
He's in front of my UFO.
Starkey reading the porn comments. See that? Those eyes like, going left to right.
I didn't think so, but I guess she might have been faking it.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Robot appears, does 0 damage, and then just fucking jets
Goodbye.
off.
My job. Oh.
So I gotta say though, I could relate to Majuular's YouTube comments because, like, you know, when you have naughty videos on the internet that people could comment on, you get a lot of stupid fucking comments, bro. And I can't read it. I stop. You turn the notifications off and you never read them again, bro. It's like the worst thing you can do to yourself.
I feel like there's a way to. So, like, 99.9% of the comments I get on my videos are either extremely positive or neutral. And then there's, like, 0.01% of them that are horrible. And it's this weird, like, nature of man to see that and be like, that's the one I'm going to be thinking of tonight while I'm going to sleep. And then that colors your perception of your comment sections, even though it's so absolutely shouldn't. That I think I've become much better at, like, being able to, like, actually approach comments without internalizing, like, every kind of, like, bit of. And sometimes, like, negative comments, sometimes there is some grain of truth to extract that can actually, like, make me think about things in a way that probably makes videos better. But you have to, like, avoidance and, like, anger or, like, fear, all those things are, like, I think bad ways to go about it. You have to, like, almost, like, disassociate yourself. It's like, they're not talking about me, they're talking about some other guy who made this video type
they made up a guy to be mad at on your YouTube comment section and directed toward you.
Yeah,
really
like that.
It's incredibly insightful because if someone wanted to provide honest feedback to try and help you grow, like, that stuff would get completely buried in the rage boy version of people just yelling because they just want. That's how they derive joy in their life, is by being negative like that on the internet. So how do you find that constructive criticism to help you grow, but also avoid the neckbeard rage?
Joey, would you like to be
tough.
Lil Mayo?
Wow.
All right, Jack of Dice.
Lil Mayo ship in this world not broken. Let's try and go for Lou Wilson, but yeah. Lil Mayo, I'm happy.
Could that be the reason why we have air down here?
Dude, you vaping and saying that line is insane. Affirmative. So good. Little Mayo ship creates a special force field. Little Mayo think in the other world, Little Mayo's ship is in pieces and the parts are buried underground but still working. Yeah, it opened. I just want to address something really fast. Yeah. So this game actually used you could argue it's AI with the way that it did accents. There is like I don't know if the translator did it or if it was added.
Richard Honeywood himself programmed it.
Oh, for real? The
The
so
filter? Yep.
Yeah. So like everything is like run through like an accent filter.
Because it's party member 2, party member 3 is the way dialogue works, and then it filters it into. That's why we have Draggy, the dragon who's been born for 2 days, talking about like physics and shit. Like
Right, and so like everything is kind of like you could argue it's AI translated. Man,
or at least like algorithmically translated, because it was like they gave him just like the heap of work they gave him in translation, and it was like, well, if they're all just saying the same thing but with their own inflections, it's like, well, it's kind of how it works in real life. Our brains filter out words into like our, with our accents and stuff.
Yeah, the way we talk,
Big Chat GPT fan right here.
Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. Oh, dude.
That needs to be an arc in itself.
But that's definitely malware. You download that. That's not going to be good for your computer.
You're in trouble.
Bonsai buddy.
It's a purple gorilla that just is very insidious. Everything is in order. Yeah, hell yeah. The navigation system is operational. He's a goat. He is my goat. Little Mayo's bed is nice and cozy too. This is cringe. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that.
Take us to the Terra Tower. Epic. Truly epic.
What the fuck off? The ship is only big enough to fly a Little Mayo. I forgot about this part, actually. This is actually pretty important to the story.
Majuular, did you see I met fucking Doug, the nostalgia critic?
No.
It was
the most... sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
I was at a convention.
That's awesome.
No, he photobombed a video I was taking with John Riggs. And then afterwards tried to charge me $20 for a picture, and I was like, "You already gave me a video." Yeah,
That's a made-up story.
No, he was a guest, like with a booth and everything. Like I had no idea, and I had a moment of like, I've memed on this man basically my entire conscious life, and there he is. Does he know?
Does he yell about bad credit cards for $50?
You might want to keep going.
Multiple people. All right,
we got a lot
of quick antidote. Multiple people came up dressed as him to take a $40 video of them screaming at each other, and I have to appreciate that that's the brand he's cultivated. That he can go.
I mean, I want to talk more about this, but just scroll through the dialogue.
Yeah, there's a 0% chance you guys are making it through this game by the end of today's session.
What do we do?
Leave it to me. This footstep sound is dope, though.
Sounds like the Deku scrub from Majora's Mask.
I see that, yeah. Aiden Chronicles screaming right now. The engine may be a bit rusty, but otherwise perfect.
What's that, Cryptic? What's up, baby? I knew I smelled something.
Oh, that? Ooh. Sorry, I read that completely backward. Maybe we can use this. Little Mayo may be able to scrounge up more stuff. Little Mayo will come back later. Easy does
it. What is this?
It's an anti-gravity device. Oh yeah, this is a Gao diving helmet moment. If you attach this to your boat, it will fly to Terra Tower easily. All we need now is a facility to install it.
The Chronopolis.
I remember there was a dock inside of Chronopolis.
Docking, finally. All right, let's be on our way to Chronopolis.
Man, Terra Tower is a pretty, there's a lot of bosses in Terra Tower.
There's a couple.
Kind of a longish dungeon.
Let's see. Little Mayo need this and that. Okay. Can you even do this part without him?
No, you can't.
You want to give us your best Australian Majuular?
Oi, all you have to do is load that thing onto the boat, right?
That's the best one we've heard. No joke. Not even.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Americans doing Australian accents, you did nothing worse. We need to attach a stabilizer to keep the auto gyro from spinning out of control.
He's like, quick, call the baby dragon. He's the only one who knows enough about physics to do this.
Yeah.
Wanna get it, but just hurry up, okay?
Time to get to work. Phew, Little Mayo, I'm done.
What do you mean done? All you did was load it onto the boat.
So you got the O's right. That's important. Negative.
Oops, it's just going.
Literally. Bet you never expected we'd end up doing anything like this, did you, Sage Tankian?
Why do we work?
Oh my god,
what a non-sequitur.
Where do we live?
That's what we're gonna find out with our own eyes.
This is fucked, dude. This is a fucked game.
So there's a random interjection.
Yes. What the existentialism didn't need to be there, man.
Oh no, it's learning to think about life. Stop it.
Fate has infiltrated the
Let's
game.
do it.
No, we dealt with fate already. So there, one thing I didn't mention last week is that the dragons are computers. I forgot to mention that aspect. They're literally computers. I'm not memeing, dude. And we're going to space.
Oh, there it is.
Shot. Yeah, that's a iconic
It was
shot.
in the air the whole time.
Yeah,
It
you
was
see the
never
shot in the
water.
intro and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then like you realize the context of it and it's detached from all reality.
All right. I'm going to get in that tower and I ain't going to say a thing.
Love me a
You gotta
silent
continue to
protag.
glare at it.
Yeah.
This cutscene is super cool. Greed Knox.
He's not a white
Boats
mage.
don't fly, Dom. Boats don't fly.
That's a terrible joke.
Good call.
It just looks so fucking funny.
Oh, missed it. Had it. Yeah.
Right. Let's get this party right. Oh wait, I gotta take stuff off of this little
Birdie.
bastard.
This is your final party, right?
Yeah.
Bringing your big guns.
Great choices all.
Should I bring Luffy to steal stuff, John?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh man, I'd be taking Orla with me, just saying. But
Wow. Everyone has an opinion,
Mm-hmm.
you know, about their
True.
Chrono Cross party. It's
I say,
It's a
if
hard
you're
life,
playing New Game Plus, I'd be stealing some stuff. But since you're not, there's no
Okay.
point.
Oh,
if you
who
think you've
is-
played
who
this game
isn't?
without 100%.
Oh. This is the biggest decision in the game.
Honestly, Starkey kind of hitting here, though. I don't know, man.
Starkey's
I don't know. I
Starkey's pretty
think
good, except you already have a white innate,
Yoko
which
Taro.
is
Yeah,
pretty
that's the
good.
we
problem.
might
You
need
got
to
too
take
many
Yoko
whites.
Taro.
No.
Don't bring fucking Draggy in here.
Our party's
Oh,
basically
boy.
gentrified at this point.
Draggy on Dragoon here. Is
Oh,
that...
no.
no, this sucks.
Yeah.
This
already been
fucking
equipped.
stinks.
You knew this was coming.
Ruining my immersion.
My immersion.
Oh
No.
no, it's been so
It's
ironclad.
been, yeah, dude, and then you put a little baby dragon in the party and it's gone. What you need is a voodoo doll.
Fantastic.
Exactly, or like that pink rabbit dog with the lateral lisp.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, look, we have literally 700 hours of roticism in our Trails videos on YouTube, so it's only fitting that we get more of it in
Thank
this
God.
game, too.
Thank God. Really, we needed it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh god, I'm just like a one-trick pony, so I'm we're gonna talk about this subject now while Frank is menuing. Majuular, did you ever play the Saga games at all?
I have not. I know very little about them.
Well, if you look at my YouTube, no, I'm kidding. But
It was a good
I
opportunity.
almost spit out my
Yeah.
coffee.
yeah, I got chat with that earlier.
Yeah.
But I think like having come off those games into this, well, this remaster, when I replayed it, I replayed the remaster. I really appreciated this game a lot more because it takes a lot from the structure of those games. You know?
In what way?
So the idea of like a consistent narrative is a fleeting dream, or like a story-driven game is a fleeting dream, I should say. So the structure of the Saga game is always really similar to this in the sense it's like everything is very threadbare. You're supposed to sort of fill in the pieces of it's the environmental sort of storytelling from soft shit, just
right
in like a much earlier, more like typical turn-based JRPG or whatever. So, there's not a lot of dialogue. Like it's Saga Frontiers like this too. There's not a lot of dialogue. There's not a lot of character-specific moments. The characters are more like flavors or whatever than
kind of
actual
archetypes.
Right. Like you're supposed to sort of impart your own self into their blank slateness. It's like the tabletop RPG approach to it. And like the scaling is kind of similar to this. You're not as like hard gated, but it's similar.
Okay.
So like, if you're like the enemies scale with you everywhere you go, but there are some areas that have like different levels, right? So you can fight like slightly weaker enemies, and if you're fighting slightly weaker enemies, then you're not getting stat ups, which is kind of similar to the star system in this.
So you're like tacitly encouraged to do minor battles.
Yes,
but like not forced at gunpoint type of thing.
Up and withered.
Right, and that's a really good voice for this thing.
Is it your will to choose destruction? Bring back the blue alien.
And this is just scaly
Existential
Black
crisis.
Omen, if you think about it.
Oh, look at him. Just a
Not
dude.
attractive.
But yeah, so like the only difference is that like the
Oh, jeez.
like
Oh.
moment to moment combat in that series is way more like forces more engagement from you, or it asks a lot more of the player.
So it's actually challenging.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing I remember about I don't know which Saga game it was, but from what I'd heard, it was like very much like almost to like an unorthodox degree for the genre, focused around strategic combat encounters. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty applicable to every Saga game except the first 3 on Game Boy. But even then, I would say they're like a little bit more off kilter than a lot of what was going on in the NES and Super Famicom at the time, though.
Have those games been remade at all?
Yeah. So Saga actually 4 of the games got remade, but most of them are available in like a remastered or port form. So like the first 3 games, the Game Boy games, are available like on Switch and PC, and then
Easy.
hell yeah. And then Romancing Saga 1 got a full-scale remake, which I would argue is maybe the best remake of all time.
Wow. Whoa.
And then
Final Fantasy VIII called.
It's not a remake.
Final Fantasy VIII and best in the same sentence is a hard nut to swallow.
And then Romancing Saga 2 and 3 got remasters. Saga Frontier 1 did. Saga Frontier 2 is getting a remaster.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm confused. I need you to clarify something, Joey. Did you say it's the best remake or the best? What did you say?
I
Romancing
said the
Saga
best
was?
remake because it's a full remake. It's not a Romancing Saga 1 was remade as a PS2 game called Romancing Saga Minstrel Song, and then that got remastered. So it's a remake of a game that got remastered.
You've played Final Fantasy VII Afterbirth,
Oh
correct?
shit, thank you for the sub, Crypto.
Afterbirth.
Oh, thanks,
Rebirth. Sorry.
Afterbirth,
I
Chet!
was like, that's
Afterbirth on
part
the
3,
mind, I don't
baby.
Like,
Whoa.
I don't know, placenta or something or other. But like that's a remake, right?
it's actually kind of more.
Oh boy, hold on. Where's the Joie
Discord has arrived. You ordered it.
Ooh, that was a sick attack.
Look what you've wrought upon this world.
No, because okay, so remake is good. I like remake, and I like remake's combat way more than the original. Thank you, Joe. But the context of it is different because Romancing Saga 1 was a very busted ass game, a very Galaxy Brain game. That game is so fucking ahead of its time, dude.
Which one?
It's like a Super Famicom Daggerfall.
Which game?
Okay.
Saga 1.
Okay.
That's just insane set of words to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say them together. But no, it's like open. You choose between one of 8 characters, and it's like very open world. The enemy scale, it's kind of challenging. It's esoteric. It's buggy. It's like a good Bethesda game, but it came out in '91, and that's insane. It's fucking insane. It was like one of the first, 8 RPGs in the Super Famicom, including Ultima 4. I think was one of the first, if not the first.
Ultima 4 came out on the regular Famicom. It might be a different Ultima game. You think,
oh yeah, maybe. Fuck, which one is it? Is it 5 or 6? No, it's not 6. Maybe it is.
6 did come out on the SNES, and it would have been the right time frame, circa 1990 to 91. So
Yeah,
possible.
I was working on a doc before the Great Rift happened of all the here it is. Here, I pulled it up now. The first one was Draken, and then Gidleen. These are the first two.
The beloved game that we all have played.
Yeah. Everyone has played that.
one.
I cut my teeth on Draken.
Yeah.
I'm a
Sick.
Gidleen man till I die.
Well, Draken's kind of relevant, but Gidleen is kind of not. So I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so it's got a lot of that openness to it, but it got remade as like a much more fleshed out PS2 game. The only thing about that game is that it's like the game itself is very pretty. It uses like a kind of almost like pre-rendered watercolor look to it, but the character models are fucking
To the right.
To the right. Are fucking horrendous. Like the ugly. If you Google Romancing Saga Minstrel Song character
Oh, they're
models,
so ugly.
Oh,
they're
dude,
so
it's
bad.
painful.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Yeah, same here. How do you spell romancing? I can
Romancing.
get close enough. Romancing the
X-ray time.
Throne. Oh, I remember watching Romancing.
I think I'm seeing a lot of remake art here.
Yeah, that's a.
It's not great.
It's not good looking. The
I'm
characters.
seeing some concept art.
The concept art is
reminiscent of
amazing.
it kind of reminds me of early Shin Megami Tensei. Some of these characters.
Yeah, here I posted. This is what the remaster or the remake looks like. Like the shading and like yeah, it's not, like the shading and stuff is great, but the actual like chibi
the
look.
textures are good.
Yeah, right, but just so oh man, they're so ugly.
It looks like how to draw anime style, almost. Like the Scholastic Book Fair sort of like so you want to become a manga artist faces. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a weird, almost kind of realistic, even though it's clearly super stylized. It makes my brain off-put.
It's horrendous because you look at that
Rat
concept
dolls.
art and you're like, oh, that's fucking baller, and then you see that
Thanks, John.
character model made out of it.
Should be a way
It
down.
doesn't always translate.
Yeah, I'm trying. There's a chest right there. I'm trying to figure out how to get to it.
But yeah, that game fucking rules, dude. That's a good video game. You should play that video game.
Duly noted.
That's a Nostrum, no biggie.
Anytime somebody
Oh,
recommends
okay,
me
yeah,
something
fuck
that
that.
not everybody recommends me, I'm like, all right, maybe you're onto something.
Bro, you should do a Dark Souls. I say that on
Dark
everyone's YouTube channel. I say
I
you should
saw
do-
that you posted it on one of Andrew Bluet's videos. I laughed because I didn't know it was you at first, so I saw that comment. I saw he'd replied to it. I'm like, oh no, give me a break. And then I saw the name. It's like, okay, it's all adding up.
Did you just
Nah,
do the?
The character models
Yes.
look like if Bratz doll had a video game.
Yeah, that's actually a really good description. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there is. Someone look up a Bratz doll video game.
There is, yeah. It had
like
a GBA
shitty.
game.
Yeah, I was gonna. GBA was literally where I was going. I was like, it's got to be GBA.
Nintendo DS had its fair share of like licensed shovelware too. Lots of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Nintendo Wii as well, just kind of like breeding grounds for that type of game.
That game is 100%, or that console is like 100% shovelware. I don't think.
Whoa, hold on.
There's like
100%.
No, 100%. There's a lot of good games on it.
98.
No, yeah. I briefly worked at a game store for like a few months, and I don't think I've had to sift through as much trash as on a particular console as I've had to sift through Wii trash.
On the Wii. It's because like
Wii is definitely where it became noticeable to the public.
What was that?
Yeah.
Are you human? John, this is you, baby.
When I was still human, I was locked up here, and have been ever since.
Who's talking?
The stone.
This tower
The face?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
is a fortress belonging to the ancient reptites, a symbol of revenge brought against mankind by the dragons.
Yeah, because the dragons are like computers that were made by an alternate universe where the reptites didn't get destroyed,
Dinopolis.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it basically like bordered on the dimensions, like bordered on each other when.
With the defeat of fate, the seal has been broken and the tower has surfaced. With the eyes of the dragons, we humans are the foes. A brain that has developed to 3 times its original size in the span of 3 million years. We humans have evolved at an enormous rate because of our contact with Lavos' flame. In a sense, mankind is Lavos' offspring. We humans are extraneous to this planet. Now, how will you fight, Surge Tankian?
I just want to interject and say that remember that humans existed in Chrono Trigger before Lavos came down. I mean, granted, it influenced development, you could argue, sure. But, like, you know, that's why Ayla exists. I mean, they were all in remedial classes, but Lavos made them smart, you know? But they
still got a lot of questions or observations, and we're all sick of it. Just take it and don't think it.
We found a pack of lies.
Yeah, that's exactly
what Joey's peddling.
Yeah.
I feel like the expository dialogue in this game always straddles the line between, like, overly self-indulgent to a hilarious degree and actually kind of cool.
And frustratingly minimalistic at the same time. Like, it just vacillates between those 3 extremes. Just so
totally. It's like, oh, that's interesting. However, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Right, there's like one line, and I'm supposed to infer that Robo was the Prometheus circuit.
Oh my gosh! I don't want to think about that anymore.
Chrono Compendium's got you covered, no doubt.
Hell yeah, dude, let's go.
Just take like a single context clue buried in like somewhere in the Radical Dreamers dialogue and make an entire article about it.
Sounds about right.
I was telling. Sorry, go ahead, Chet.
There was something in your video, Majuular. So in the last episode, we saw Robo bite the dust. We saw Luca bite the dust.
Right.
In your video, I don't know if it's has been mentioned yet, or if it was just something like you said, one of those logical leaps. Because Pori, is that the name of the kingdom?
Yeah, or whatever.
Por usurped the kingdom, Chrono and Marley's kingdom. So yeah, so they were killed in that uprising.
Yeah, it's never really said what exactly did it, but they're just gone, and there's something that gets influenced. The big thing is that Dalton in the first game, when you beat his ass, got like displaced to the
he just left,
Middle
right?
Ages. Yeah, and then he like to the Middle Ages, I think it was, and he basically armed Por, and they became a world power.
Dalton will return in Chrono Cross.
Hell yeah. And then the portal opens, and then Ayla steps out and says, "On your left," and it's fucking awesome. Yeah,
oh
dude.
man, it gives me chills every time.
You know, I really do have to gas up Chrono Cross for like just completely not doing the sequel thing in this game, like at all.
They went so far to be not a sequel that they were like they're just gonna eliminate what was best about Chrono Trigger.
Well, there's like a meta context there, I swear to God, because with all the development stuff with like Kato and them not wanting to do a time travel plot with Chrono Trigger originally, it almost feels like purposely deconstructive, like kind of kill the pasty, you know? And like
I see what you mean. I feel like a lot of the so first of all, like 90% of the exposition gets like basically left for the last 25-ish% of the game, something like that. And like so like when you go over lore like that, like Dalton was sent back and it was because he introduced whatever technology or military prowess, and therefore then Chrono and his friends were killed in the future and all this stuff. It always feels like when Chrono Trigger is referenced, and Chrono Trigger is like integral to the plot of Chrono Cross in all of those different ways, it feels like all of the characters and everything that happened are like tools that the writers are trying to find a way to like use in Chrono Cross instead of actually characters. And it feels sort of like, like they had some like directive to like, okay, we got, how the hell do we work this in? How about here?
I can tell you exactly how it feels. It hurts my heart.
Yeah, it feels slapdash, even though I think there's actually a lot of like really, really interesting ideas in Chrono Cross.
Okay, thank you.
It's a little chaotic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the game is pure chaos. And it tries to do that thing where it is not a sequel in the truest, I mean, like in a typical sense, like at a glance, it's not really like a sequel, and it tries to remain detached from Chrono Trigger to be its own thing, but it ends up circling back to being like completely contingent on Chrono Trigger to understand like
utterly dependent on it.
Right, and I think whenever I hear people say like, "Oh, it's not like really," it's like, dude, it fucking 100% is. It's just like the methods of writing that they use to do it are questionable.
Right. I totally agree. I think you can enjoy the vast majority of the game and not feel confused having not played Chrono Trigger until you get to a certain point. Or if you're somebody who cares about what is happening in the world of Chrono Cross, in which case Chrono Trigger is like a foundation that it's built on. Like you can't have it without Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's like
for better or for worse.
And like all the
ooh, he's cool looking.
Because this game is so adjacent to like the Xeno series too, you know. And like the Xenoblade games kind of do that to a much better degree, I feel. Like those games you can play Xenoblade 3 without having played one or two.
Sure.
And you'll get it like just as much of like a pathos from it as
you benefit from having played them in some ways, but like you do not suffer for not having played them.
Right. There's definitely like at the end of 2 and certain characters in 3, it adds a bunch of flavor, but it's not required.
Right. And this is like the prototype of that. Yeah, you're fucked up playing Cross before Trigger. That's I've heard that a lot too. That's a.
Oh, I played Cross before Trigger as well.
Oh damn, you guys are.
Me too.
And that's why I couldn't make heads or tails of what was going on. But I was also super young.
I think it's like
this was the first game I like played on the PS1.
Wow, and this is a kind of late PS1 game too.
Oh man. Okay, so like I'm not the biggest fan of Chrono Cross. I certainly am enjoying it. I'm not trying to trash it at all. But playing Chrono Cross as the first PS1 game you ever played is so much favorable than my experience of playing 2 Extreme. I would much rather be able to say Chrono Cross is my first PS1 experience.
Too extreme. I don't even know what that is.
Oh man, it's bad. Want to talk about shovelware? It's.
I never played that.
Okay,
oh,
so
this
imagine.
Game!
Imagine Road Rash. You guys have played Road Rash, right? Or Skitchin. Mm-hmm. Imagine that, but at 300 speed and also horrible graphics, and it sucks. And it hardcore sucks.
You had me in the beginning, but
I literally own this game. I've had this game since I was a kid, and I didn't even remember it. That's just
too extreme.
Let's do two with the
it
two.
It was like a $5 game.
2.
I
For
swear,
sure,
like,
which is probably why I got it first.
It's the problem with disc-based consoles, I'll tell you. You get too extreme on it.
Oh my god.
So my first 2 games for the PS1 were Too Extreme and Frogger.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you know what? That Frogger PS1 game? Not bad.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah, I love that game. I agree. I enjoy that game a lot.
But as like a 13, 14-year-old boy, you're presented with Frogger, the cutesy frog, or Too Extreme, and it's the 90s, man. What are you gonna go with? Oh, well, you're picking up Too Extreme every time.
Me and my brothers were, they were like N64 guys, therefore I was an N64 guy because I couldn't get my own system. But I went to my cousin's house and he was playing Chrono Cross on his PS1, and I was so captivated just watching him play the game that I made it my mission from watching it to get a PS1 and to get Chrono Cross to play on the PS1. Cool. Yeah, and like 6 months later, I made it happen. I saved up money. Their friend was selling his PS1 because he got a PS2. I tracked down a copy of Chrono Cross, and it was just... I was so totally... I hadn't really played much by way of RPGs. Ocarina of Time was the closest thing to an RPG I'd played. So this, like... To me, it felt like this is like the be-all, end-all of video games back then. It doesn't get any better than this.
Could this be Viper Manor? What is going on? Oh, shit.
Dragon Tank time? No. Oh,
yeah, we're going back. Chrono Trigger reference.
Oh, shit. What's going on here?
Oh, I know these people.
Dialogue. Wait, I have to pee. I mean, don't wait. You guys can do the thing.
It's good to see you finally made it here. I have been expecting you, Serge Tankian.
Where are we? Is this Viper Manor?
This is a space that does not exist, but never mind that.
Oh.
More importantly, I have something I must explain to you. Somebody redeem the Joey explanation quick.
Who are you?
My name is Balthazar.
Name drop.
In the ancient magical kingdom of Zeal, I was known as a sage of reason. Well, that was up until the Queen of Zeal attempted to harness the power of Lavos in Chrono Trigger. Let's just say things got out of control. Record scratch. And Lavos created a dimensional vortex that threw me far into the future.
That's a Matt from Mecha Monday reference. Let's just say.
I'm a there. I seized the opportunity to fall asleep on camera and study the science of the future. I was then able to apply to that the knowledge I brought from my own era, including magic, which had been long since lost in the future.
Really important in the War of the Lions.
Anyway, this led me to make huge progress in the research of time.
You never want your RPG character delivering expository dialogue to start a sentence with the word anyway.
Well, anyway. One thing led to another.
This is a thing I bitch about constantly, too. It's dialogue like this. Well, that research led to the creation of Chronopolis and to the time crash.
Don't care.
I mean, you might think I really blew it, but perhaps, it was really my finest hour. Anyway, I created a compact time machine that I dubbed the Neo Epic. I used it to time warp to this age to learn of Chronopolis and Fate's plans and to see how things were turning out. This doesn't make any sense.
It won't get better.
Terra Tower is really a city of reptiles from another dimension's future. It was originally Dinopolis. The castle of Azalia's descendants who achieved a much more intimate evolution with our planet. They were fucking the crust. Dinopolis was drawn into the dimensions past about 10,000 years ago. This was done so that it would serve as a counterbalance against Chronopolis, which Lavos pulled here.
Anytime there's a character named after one of the 3 biblical wise men, there's going to be a conversation exactly like this in the game.
Yeah. Needless to say, a fierce battle ensued.
I love the, like, fucking stealth bombers. Holy shit. Like,
It's
look
kinda
at those
awesome.
things, dude.
The dragon bombers.
This shot rules. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot
This is from Panzer Dragoon,
And,
actually.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth. Yeah. Is it a Panzer Dragoon Saga reference? By the way, I sold that game for almost $1,000, so fuck me, dude. Woo! In the end, Chronopolis emerged as the victor, and the Riptide's fortress was sealed away by fate. But more important now is the role the dragons play in all of this. Originally, the whole archipelago of El Nido was known as the Sea of Eden. This is because it was where the dragon gods resided. But then fate sealed away the dragon god's powers, in effect becoming a god itself. Thus, the islands where the new godhead, Fate, existed came to be called the Sea of Eden instead.
Sea of Eden.
What?
Perhaps you didn't realize it, you fucking idiot, but you were used by the dragon gods to eliminate Fate.
I love the talking down to you at this point of the game. That rules.
It was not true that the dragon gods sealed away the frozen flame. Rather, it's quite the opposite. It was Fate that used the power of the flame to seal away the dragon gods. In reality, the dragon gods are in opposition to man, while Fate was actually the protector of humanity.
Oh.
The dragon gods were originally a singular plasma life form.
Oh, Balthazar's an evolutionist. All right.
Hell yeah. A living accumulation of the planet's energy. That was a really weird word to say in this voice. That life form was a biological machine used to control the powers of nature in the future society of the Reptites. Yeah? In order to control the natural energy itself,
Oh my
Fate
God.
divided the one dragon god entity up into 6 weaker plasma life forms.
This is arduous.
You didn't kill them and steal their plates, did you?
No, it then scattered them across the land and sealed them away. Their dragon-like appearances are just pseudo-guises.
Are they guises or not? What do you mean pseudo guises?
It doesn't make any sense, yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first PS1 game I ever played. Never owned one, it was out of friends. I think it might have been Resident Evil 2, but Xenogears was one of the first RPGs I played on the system. Fuck yeah, that's one hell of a first RPG on the system.
My first was Jupiter Strike. That game rips.
Interesting.
Never even heard of it.
Temporary forms they take so that they can appear in this dimension. But all that changed when Fate was vanquished. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Balthazar. I was just gonna say, having Xenogears be your first RPG is like losing your virginity to Carmen Electra. That's all I wanted to say. Go continue on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't name a woman who was 50 plus at the time of release, but
Yeah, same. I mean, you should have left that in the
Hey,
comments.
Maggie Smith.
yeah.
Oh, fun. Not the day
A man of
Maggie
culture.
Smith slime.
We're back to the Maggie Smith.
Finally, we're
always circles
sliming Maggie
back.
Smith. At that moment, the 7 slimes, who had been rendered almost powerless and forgotten, traveled across the dimensions to recombine into a single entity.
7 dragons? I
Or
thought there were
Draggy.
only 6. He's like, yeah, Draggy's like, what am I, chopped liver?
Can I go now?
There were 6 dragons you knew of, and 1 more hidden dragon you didn't.
Draggy.
Oh, hell yeah, Mikhail. The whole reason I got a PS1 was for Alundra. I was busy with Saturn otherwise. I kind of wish I could have, like, an alternate reality Frank who played Sega RPGs growing up, just to see how I'd turn out. Like,
Oh, that's Chrono Cross, Frank. Like the second moon that was once lost but later was found, and then like the 7 PC 88 dragon gods were split into the elements. Although the same planet, my world didn't have 2 moons. Look up at the night sky now and you will see 7 celestial bodies, 5 stars, and 2 moons. 5 brother HH stars that correspond to the 5 colored dragons,
Whoa.
ruling like gods over the night skies.
Can't say that.
No. 1 moon that corresponds to the white sky dragon, and another darker daughter moon to counterbalance them.
Stepdaughter moon.
The fire dragon, the water dragon, the green dragon, the earth dragon, the black dragon, the sky dragon, and 1 more.
Draggy's like... It's like, it's me, right?
The fire dragon, the dark moon dragon.
I hate the dark moon
is
dragon.
The one who is to work to free the other dragons from their bondage to the fate computer. The child the others created on the night of the electric storm that temporarily caused fate to loosen its hold on them. I believe you know her as Joie.
Joey.
Oh,
man.
Unbelievable.
You blew his mind.
The dragon gods were the essence of nature on this planet.
Oh, what's up, Drewby?
Perhaps we could consider what's happening as the planet's vengeance on us. Sorry, there's a lot of chat. We'll catch up to it after this fucking dump. To finally sweep away the unwanted humans from the face of this blue planet.
First it was fate, now it is the planet?
The planet's dying, Cloud, or vice versa. But either way you look at it, now's the time to set things right. The future of mankind, the destiny of this planet, everything depends on the next battle you will fight. But unfortunately, the time for us to part has come.
Oh, that's too bad.
Hey, mister, is that the Chrono Cross you guys have there? The Chrono Cross, melody and harmony. It is the power to cross space and time and unify people's thoughts and feelings.
This is supposed to be Masamune, right?
Transfer memories. By using it as an element, it has the power to draw on the sounds of the 6 colored elements and produce a healing harmony. It has the power to combine the sounds of the world into one melody.
I'm sure we will meet again soon in one time period or another. Be careful now and good luck.
Alright, see ya.
I just want to remind you all that Balthazar is kind of the reason why this shit exists.
Can I still get to the secret room? Is there like a secret hidden treasure? I don't think so. I think it was behind. I think it was under the desk.
Yeah.
You can recruit Grobek here.
I just really quickly want to touch on the lore here, because basically the whole point of this part is to make it a huge twist, subversive moment where the dragon gods were really the links that we made along the way. Like Harl was essentially the same.
Oh, links. I get it.
Yeah. She was basically the same exact narrative function as Lynx. Except she was for the dragons, and Lynx was for Fate and Chronopolis.
Is there something in there I'm supposed to do besides
There's a
talk?
treasure in there, but
Where is it?
So yeah, the big
the ladder to come down though.
bad
Try the
is
bookshelf.
basically-
Yeah. To the right a little more, I think. No?
Try the lamp.
There we go.
There's the switch.
Hey.
Try the
So
wall
the-
between the bookshelf and the lamp. Sorry.
The big bad is like black hole is basically a big dragon computer.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Anyone have any questions?
I think Balthazar pretty much summed it up. Very succinct.
We grade
Very
this
succinct.
yeah, very. We grade that's like 90% of the dialogue in the game was right there. We grade on a curve
shit.
though. So this
elements.
is again telling you the order of the elements.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I like that each one has like its own it's like resonates with a different sound, like Close Encounters, and then that
yeah.
becomes the theme of the game.
Yeah, it's the
kinda cool.
leitmotif, baby.
Love that kind
It's-
of shit.
That's what they call smart.
It's elementary.
Yeah, Balthazar was mood or nude. Not nude, N-U-D, but nude. Or you could spell it like this. I'm gonna get timed out for spamming, but whatever.
So does he get nude after this?
No, that happened in Chrono Trigger in the future. And
Well,
this
yeah,
is
but
like-
was that in the future in the past?
Yeah, technically, because
we just talked to him.
Right, but like that that's where it gets kind of fucked up because stopping Lavos like changed everything, right? So I guess you could argue that's probably the divergence point. But the real divergence point is when Surge drowns, or is supposed to drown, and then that creates the alternate.
Surge was supposed to drown. Was it when Surge was supposed to drown, or was it before that?
The real divergence point was when they did Hypnotize and Mesmerize, and Surge really changed his sound up.
Right,
you know?
that created the another world. That's a really good joke. That's Galaxy Brain.
I can't tell you that I was like running back to make that joke. I was like, oh shit! I was Linkara running like.
Well, yeah, exactly, Mikhail. Like, so I don't know. It's kind of difficult because obviously Lavos is the catalyst. Like, if the three wise men didn't create like a way to channel magic and energy from Lavos, then this shit wouldn't have happened. But then Lavos would have just popped right up.
Are
it
these
fucking
the
nuked
computer representations of the dragons? These
the
things?
dragons?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my guess. Yeah.
The green dragon looks so much better than this dude.
The green dragon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
They kind of
He's
look
like my favorite.
like Lavos
Yeah, they do have
versions
some Lavos
of
vibes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They got the midsection.
What's the name of that first boss you face in Chrono Trigger that has like the two guardians that you have to destroy in order to damage it or whatever?
In the
it's like
future,
when
right?
you-
In the...
Son
Yeah,
of
in the
Sun?
future.
Oh, yeah,
the
the big
bits.
robot. Yeah.
Bits.
Huh.
Yeah, the tech, like the curvature and everything of these like robots definitely looks like they were trying to go for that.
Well, they did say it
aesthetic.
was that there's Mother Brain is involved with Fate, right? Isn't
Yeah,
Fate was
they like
built on
repurposed
top
Mother
of,
Brain.
Okay.
That was like
Right.
defective. That's really smart.
There's
Oh, I
an
forgot about
Ultra
all
Nova
this
back in the
crap.
previous screen if you want it.
There's what, John?
There's an Ultra Nova on
I'll
if you
take
go
it.
to the left hand side.
You don't want to forget that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. From what I remember, the Guardian bit was
Go
like
up that.
they used the same base of that sprite for the second Lavos form that you fight.
What is
Uh,
Ultra Nova?
Oh,
Not the
Yeah,
hedgehog
right.
one, but the one that like really looks like Toriyama art. And then these robots kind of look like the alien Lavos. So it's like
yeah.
I
can
love
definitely
that.
see that.
Chrono Cross
That's
is
really cool.
the whole
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger is like through line with aesthetic in terms of like music and visual art is fucking insane. You know, like
Mhm.
it's like one of the coolest. I don't think any series really has done it as well as the Chrono game, the two Chrono, or three, I guess, Chrono games have.
Yeah, I despite the fact that they are so very aesthetically different, it's when you like pick up on those similarities, it kind of makes it extra cool, like extra special.
They were
Yeah,
most
it's such a
certainly
treat
cooking
just for you.
regarding the
Yes.
like the connection between the two. Like they really the whole time they're just like hold on, like we'll get there. Hold on, we promise it's there.
It's also a cool way to make a connection that doesn't involve basically bombarding you with dialogue and making you confused too. Just
Like
having those little
Balthazar.
subtle kind of similarities.
But luckily, this
Shankian,
game does both,
up
so
there.
we're okay.
Yeah, true. In equal measure.
That must be the summit. Oh, there you go.
Oh, look, those two beams coming from either side.
Not
I
the
wonder if they act as some kind of sealing device.
That's why we needed to have Draggy in the party.
Just one more draggy for the road.
I hate that I forgot to do the rainbow shell thing, so I don't have the best armor possible.
Oh,
You do, it's called the God mode button.
It's true, you're not wrong.
But that's only if you want to cheat. You won't want to do it.
No,
legit.
All
never.
those missing party members.
I know, right?
Oh, to get all the party members on one file sucks. There's like a very specific method, and I fucked it up, and I had to do an extra playthrough for it. I was so pissed. Man, it was confusing because the New Game Plus only goes off of one file. It's not like super cumulative. So you
can't do it on top of like 2 or 3. You have to do it on top of 1.
You kind of can. It's like sort of weird. I remember trying to figure it out. I think I was like one of the first people to platinum this game too, because I remember.
Looks like this is the only way up.
The 2 beams emitting from either side must be wiped to this door.
Yes, Julia. They definitely did take the rainbow shells, too.
I can't believe that they would fucking force rainbow shells in my video game. They're putting politics into my video game. Oh, this kind of sounds like FF8. The extreme. It's like the sort of the chords, almost the chords of the extreme.
I don't know if I know that track by heart. I have to look it up.
That's what. To me, it goes like Dancing Mad, the extreme, then probably One Winged Angel.
In terms of
like
the goats
preference, yeah, the goats, the best final bosses.
Dancing Mad. This reminds me of an Emerson, Lake and Palmer album, so it's always going to be the top for me.
Yeah, I see that, dude. My man was on some soft prog when he wrote that.
That man was listening to Tarkus at least 4 times before he came up with the idea for Dancing Mad.
Do you think Uematsu listens to like tech
Oh my
death?
god!
Or do you think he would have if he was just like a little younger?
Maybe you should have done the rainbow shells.
I think that it's entirely possible he would, but I seriously doubt he'd. If he did, he'd probably like.
Oh shit! I like one-shot him. I did the Hail Mary X/. Holy shit!
That'll do it. I mean, is Uematsu not, or has he been in a band that has essentially been prog metal? Or am I crazy? Yeah, Black Mages is.
Yeah, but that's a cover. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's distant from death metal, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be able to appreciate it. You have to basically be into like world music in order to be a composer for Japanese RPGs, I would think.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I feel like Uematsu is in Sleep Token. That's what I think.
I'm not familiar with Sleep Token.
Thank you, John.
I'm not a big fan, but they're like like they have like the whole like anonymity thing going on. Like no one knows who like the actual members are.
Oh yeah. Kind of like Ghost, but more successful.
Yeah, way better than Ghost. They're way better than Ghost. But I'm still not a fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm a hater. Oh my god, Vicer. that jawned me, man.
That was a good one.
What's the hardest RPG 100%?
Joey, you can't. You said what's the hardest, and then you said RPG, and I was like, oh, Joey, hold on, this isn't fucking Stellar Blade. They patched that out.
What's the most bricked up you've ever been? That's really what I'm asking right now. Was it Blue Chew?
Blue Chew.
Lunar Eternal Blue Chew? Is that what it was?
It got me through the fan on my ass, Joey, so.
Hell yeah. That was the soft phase. That was, that was after they changed them to, before they changed them to Gold Needle. That's what we were. That's a fucking stupid, dumb, deep idiot reference that like one person might get.
Got it.
Yeah, what's the hardest 100% RPG 100%?
It's got to be 10-2, right?
That sucks. That's up there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like 100%ing Chrono Cross is a matter. It's a matter of attrition too. Like you kind of know what you have to do. You have to fill out the characters. You have to get them all, and it's not like
Yoko Taro.
But
yeah, there's a lot of side quests, but it's all like it's there.
Jeez. But for 10-2, it's like you have to talk to this person at this certain time. You can't see this cutscene until it's It's
or you
a
have to
nightmare.
choose between cutscenes and catch the next one, the different round.
Yeah.
It's like the ATEs in FF9, but like turned up to 10 with like a way shittier story and like the worst plot in Final Fantasy. But yeah,
I think 10-2 is impossible to 100% without a guide.
oh yeah, oh
which makes it one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult.
Yeah,
I haven't played 10-2.
Not only that, while you're doing the guide, you're checking shit off so you make sure you got it.
Right.
That's the checklist gaming.
Or and then when you're doing checklist gaming and you come up to a check and it's like, wait, it's not doing what the checklist says I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Everything's breaking.
What did I do wrong? Oh my gosh. What
yeah,
a
and then
nightmare.
you feel like an idiot for not following instructions. Like I you know.
And then you do the whole, I followed it. I know I did.
Dude, me with the treasure
that was
chests
rough.
and like every Trails game.
Like
I couldn't imagine doing
Dalmatians in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that too. I like running up to the last treasure chest in the game and just hoping the trophy pops. Like, please, Daddy.
Oh, Mother C suffers.
Checklist gaming.
How about?
Dude,
wait, hold on.
good.
Hold on. How about? You want to know what life I don't want to live?
See,
That
Julia.
one. I don't want to live chetless gaming.
I don't want to live that either. Oh my god. See, Julia, the thing about that though is that my brain, when it came into contact with Lavos, it got split into the reptile form and the fate form. And so the reptile brain is unfortunately the real villain of this story because it prohibits me from, like, I'll read something, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that, and I just don't. It's the Y chromosome. I can't help it. I was born with this sickness. There's nothing I could do. Everyone in this stream right now is born with the same sickness. But yeah, no, that's I think the hardest is probably Saga Scarlet Grace for me. I think that's it because there's a lot of disgusting.
How familiar are you guys with Attitude Era wrestling?
A lot, because that's what I grew up with.
One of my favorite experiences of all time was I was in Julia the Juggernaut's channel, and she was playing the Unicorn Jizzlord. What's that called again? Unicorn Overlord.
Unicorn.
So she's playing it.
Millaware's games.
I have no idea how the topic came up, but someone started talking about pro wrestling. And Julia says, she's like, man, I should come up with like a wrestling persona and she like a wrestling move. So I told her that the perfect wrestling move for Julia the Juggernaut would be a form of Goldust's Shattered Dreams.
Yeah.
And she had no idea what it was. So watching her pull up the video and watch a Goldust Shattered Dream for the first time is probably my favorite internet ever.
I love that.
It was so much fun.
I don't know what a Shattered Dreams is, but I know enough about Goldust to imagine it's different than many wrestlers' finishing moves.
So imagine watching it, not even knowing who Goldust was. It was wonderful.
Kill me.
Speaking of dream,
welcome humans. You know, to the torment and joy of creation. All pass through here will be prepared to share the burden that I share.
Dude, I remember being up at like 3 a.m. when I did this fight for the first time as a kid.
Walking, for sure.
And hell yeah. And watching MTV late at night, it was on my other TV and I was doing this fight. And I just like, just remember the music videos and shit that were, I don't know why I have that.
Well, I can't play Morrowind without thinking of Mesmerize and Hypnotize because I would play those and just listen to those albums on my old school fucking, oh my god, this is cool, on my old boombox. The Frozen Flame.
Dude, No Mercy is the GOAT, Zeno. That's the joint.
Oh, there we go.
WCW Mayhem is not the GOAT. Just
no.
So you know.
Maju, you got some Australian.
So, this is the true Frozen Flame. Struth.
What does Struth mean?
It's truth.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's, yeah.
Hold on. Don't touch it.
Julia, how did you like? Are you playing Unicorn Overlord? How did you like it?
Oh no, Zeno, everybody. Oh, it just skipped that.
Screw you. I see humans ain't gonna let you have your way any longer. Come on, show your bloody self.
Is this it?
You can't say that.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Well,
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean by it? The last boss? No.
No,
Okay.
it's not the last one. This is probably maybe the hardest boss.
Next to the last.
Critical path.
I'll tell you one thing. I had to print out a guide for my cousin because he had internet when I didn't when I first played this game. And I ended up accidentally printing out like 400 pages instead of the two.
I love that we
involved
all
this
have
boss.
this same fucking story about printing out RPG guides. I love it. Like
I showed you guys that FF9 guide that's this big
yeah,
with all the printouts.
Wait,
Why is
hold
there no
on.
ink in the printer?
Let me.
Oh,
I got
virus.
this. Hold on. I got this.
In order to survive, all living things in this world fight desperately and devour those they defeat. One must kill other living things in order to survive. One must destroy another world in order to allow one's own world to continue. The wounded in turn wound and torment those weaker than themselves. There are only the killers and the killed, the sinners who are judged, and the victims that do the judging. What meaning is there to such a world?
Whether there's meaning to our lives or not, we still go on living, you know. You've got no right to deny that.
I shall cleanse this blue planet of you filthy humans once and for all.
Music in this fight, fucking rad.
Frank, your Freudian slip on that read was amazing, and you did it twice. It was so perfect.
I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Me either.
Because he was saying at the beginning of the sentence, must one do eat other people to live or whatever it was, but you kept changing it to one must, making it a definitive statement instead of a question.
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty funny.
You know, it's just fucked up that you don't just one-to-one localize it, Frank. You know, like you're censoring the video game, and I think we need to free Chrono Cross.
We do. From Frank's tyranny.
It kind of looks
Joey,
like
you're gonna lose 10 followers.
I
gotta watch out.
Man. I got 100. Oh man, dude. Oh, fuck, you weren't there for that much longer, but I had a. We call it the. It was.
Oh God, this
an arc.
story. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not gonna tell it again, but it was something. It was good.
Joey's 100 followers on Twitch arc.
100 dots.
It was unhinged. Never do a
Just
Game
a-
Boy Advance
Oh, one more.
RPG tier list stream in the middle of the day.
And don't mark your fucking
Boink.
Twitch India.
Yeah, never do
Right.
Are you on slow-mo right now?
No, it's just lagging.
that. No,
Here,
yeah.
I'll
when
put it
you-
on. I'll put it on
What?
high speed.
Yeah, when you switch to normal, it fucks up the frame rate sometimes.
Oh, that's a weird bug.
Yeah, it's pretty common with like remasters that have this feature, and this
Whoa!
this game was this game was a nightmare to bring to fruition. I'm sure that was a super simple. Yeah, it was awesome.
I remember
Damn,
this
that
part.
did nothing. That did 10
I'm gonna
damage.
grab another brew. I'll BRB again.
That's funny. I think I enjoy chaos when I stream stuff.
No, you?
Yeah, I think I'm a good agent for it. I think I'm like the Jack Garland of it.
Shut the fuck up.
Is that the guy from 24?
Oh no, it's the guy from Stranger of Paradise, baby.
Oh.
The boss of Final Fantasy 1.
And the boss of Final Fantasy 1, yeah.
Oh, I was.
That's my
way
Final
off.
Fantasy 1.
I do love Uplift. It's a sick move.
It is cool.
He does no damage. What is this?
No, he's a little baby.
He's a little bitch boy.
Actually, I don't know why. That's like bushwhacker.
I don't have anything on. Yeah, is he trying to do field shit? Like I don't.
Yeah, he's cranking up the Chrono Cross too.
I'm back.
Oh, this music is awesome.
It's so good. This whole soundtrack is insane, dude. This is like a top 10 OS. Like
It's so
easy.
good.
I ordered this from Japan when I was a kid, and ordering things from Japan was still crazy.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Yeah.
Oh my God, Drew B. Well, one thing that happened in the stream that I should share with you, Majuular, is that this guy tried to get racist on me, and one of my tags
In
was,
this stream?
No, not that. Well, that was Chet before the stream started, actually.
Before we hit the go live button.
Yeah. Actually, Frank did it too. He said something about peace in the Middle East, and I was like, bro, what?
Enough of that.
Finally, after 2 years of race baiting you, I've succeeded. But no, one of my stream tags was Assyria, and this guy tried to get racist and asked me what ethnicity I was, and my chat was like, just look at the tags, and then he called me a kangaroo fucker. And I was like, why would you call me that? And then it
There's
suddenly
layers
struck
to that
me.
insult.
Right, no, dude, there's a Chrono Cross subversion to it too.
Right.
And then I was like,
Subversion,
wait, did he confuse Australian and Assyrian? I was like, yeah, he had to have. And then
Some of the same letters. It's tough.
and then I had to Semitically explain that there are a lot of Assyrians in Australia. So maybe he actually was getting me, was mocking me for not having a nation by saying, "Ha, you're Australian. You guys have to go to Australia." And I'd be like, "That's not a galaxy brain," but that was.
Yeah, if you have to make like 3 different logical jumps in order to make sense of the insult, I think that's too many.
So in some cases, racism is funny.
Oh shit, what's up,
I
Doane?
would say so. Yeah. Don't tell the white people that though. They don't want to. Yeah. Sorry, chat.
Did you say chat or Chet?
Both. It was like the Latin AE.
The AE, I was just gonna say that.
What's that symbol called? I forgot what that's called. Hold on. Latin AE. Oh, the diphthong. Yeah.
Of course.
The Cisco wrote a
man.
song about that.
I'm gonna say. I remember the first time I experienced a diphthong. It was actually when I was watching the Rosie O'Donnell talk show for some reason, but I don't want to get into that.
Oh, Doane, we're actually, Breath of Fire 3 is not on its finale, so we still have a little bit more to go for that.
Yeah, I think we got 2-3 episodes maybe. And what's up, Doane? How you doing, man?
The Doane Zone.
I tuned into Doane's stream, and I was typing in chat, and he didn't see it, and I was very sad.
Dude, Majuular, you know what he's doing? He's trying to get Cloud to level 99 before, what is it? Before he leaves the first reactor. Insane. I love it.
Wait, I've heard of this challenge before, like in the original game, right?
Yeah.
I've heard of this challenge before. I think I watched a video on this. It's a level of dedication that transcends rationality.
Oh well, it's been done, according to Drewby.
It has been done, but it still transcends rationality.
Doane Zone, the Doane Zone.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Just because it's happened before, it doesn't mean it won't be impressive if it happens
Right,
again.
absolutely, 100%.
And like harrowing, sorta.
It's cool to see stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's fucking sicko shit,
Before
dude.
Barrett joins, holy shit, dude.
Well, how much? That's hundreds of thousands of battles at least, right?
Doane got COVID, and this is what happened to his brain. The liberal media has been lying to you. Sorry. There's a guy. Okay, hold on. I need to talk about some.
Joey,
lore.
I need to cook. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I'm not cooking, bro. I'm just copy pasting the recipe. There's a dude. His name was Eulalilia, I think it was. And this guy would do those grind challenges. Like he would, spend 300 hours grinding in the very beginning of a game, maxing out stats and stuff. And he wrote a book called The 8 Elemental Masters.
Are you guys ready for a summon we haven't seen yet?
Yeah, bring
Salamander, baby, let's go!
Finally a Saga reference. Actually, I think this game did pull...
Oh, look at this motherfucker.
Dev team members.
Easy cutie.
I feel like it should have been that little Scottish dragon who's actually pulling the strings that the summon invoked.
No, that's the dragon god.
Is that the Sean Connery from Dragonheart?
Dragonheart. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh,
I've seen that movie. It's a good movie.
oh man, it's actually not a bad movie, all things considering.
Hey, I believe it. It's got Sean Connery and it's called Dragonheart. It's got to be kind of great on some level or another.
Speaking of dragon games, do you guys ever play the Aragon game for the GBA?
No.
Yeah, that's
God,
the exact
no.
response you should have had.
I read the books for some reason.
Oh, you're a fucko. I'm
You're
sorry.
All of the media, but out of all of the Aragon media, the books are the best part, and that's saying
Dude, it's like a weird turn-based RPG. It sucks.
It can't be worse than Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Detective on the Game Boy
Oh
Advance.
my
That
god,
I won't
I'm
believe.
so
that
happy
was
I'm
on
not
the-
alone with that.
I pulled
Holy
that.
shit.
I pulled that into my tier list that I did, and I never played it, so I can't speak to it. Why Nox? Because I don't know. I was just thinking about GBA RPGs after last week's stream.
Underrated gems for the GBA.
Julie, I was just waiting for a reason to bring it up. I try to find one in every stream.
You bought that GBA game. I'm sorry. That's like kind of almost abusive. I hope you guys are okay. If you need couples counseling, I'm here for you. I'll make you. We can sit together as a group and play Aragon for the Game Boy Advance portable gaming console system.
Oh, I accidentally typed in Primal Hunger instead of Primal Hunter, and I got something way different.
That's different.
Than what I was looking
pushing
for.
you against. That's a sexy through the wall. That's different. That's okay. That's acceptable.
Sexy through the wall.
Yeah.
Anytime you throw someone hard enough to make a shape of their body through the drywall,
Dude,
there's
it could
potential
happen.
for it to be very sexy.
It could happen.
Very
you know?
outside
It's like
the
throwing
line.
someone onto a desk, but like suplexing them into it or something.
Shit, I just, my wrestling pedigree really got the better of me. Babe, I swear this has never happened before.
I put Jess in the walls of Jericho.
Wrestling reference.
Say
I love
uncle!
it.
You said dunkle, I'm not leaving.
Look, you need a safe word.
Uncle would so not be near the top of my list of potential safe words.
Fair.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, no
Frank's
familial
stepping
terms
up.
in the bedroom. Simple
I gotta
as.
pee really bad.
Frank's
that's
stepping
why.
up for maximum gaming right now.
You're not
Frank
allowed
is
to
not the
pee.
stepdad, he's the dad that stepped up.
The dad that stepped.
Watch him die while he's off camera. Oh, okay.
Becomes real-time combat somehow.
So glorious. I like the choice of words there because glorious. Not to be it's a glorious hole, not to be confused with glory hole. Those are two different, very different things.
Oh, there we go.
Dude, I do the gamer
He
thing. And
died?
I do the gamer thing. It's because I have a degenerative eye condition and I can't see things. But like, I definitely do this. I'm like,
Oh, hey, I won. Cool.
Good job,
One
Frank.
fight
Good job,
closer
disembodied,
to
Frank.
Lufia 2.
disembodied frame.
Disembodied, my favorite kind.
Is that actually what you guys have on the docket next?
Lufia 2, yep.
Yeah, for Tuesdays. Lufia
I
2
told
for
Frank
Tuesdays,
Kingsfield to.
And no, listen, I already have Shadow Tower Abyss, the English patch downloaded. God damn it, Judge.
Oh my god.
Like-
Kirby.
He was
Chet,
waiting.
one
working on
rate.
this.
He
You
was
work on
waiting.
that? Okay.
Jets, I've been working on those guys with them kettlebells.
Jess, if you're gonna make me lift weights, you gotta do it right. You gotta bring me 2 next time.
Damn, dude. Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
Whatever
With this dynamic.
twisted excuses you have over there, I can't hear them because I have headphones on.
He had a monster too, so like more drywall is getting punched tonight.
Worse than a monster. I had an IPA.
Oh, this man is about to play King's Field 2.
Oh, I did 20 on each arm just for Chrono Cross. I want everyone to know that.
Hell yeah. Chrono Cross crunches. That's
Chrono
what you gotta do.
Chrono CrossFit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We got to Chrono Cross the finish line.
That thing, the Dragon God, it is only a quasi-exist. This guy likes using hyphenated words that are overcomplicated.
That are wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
a temporary
smarter than
form
you.
that the real Dragon God uses in order to appear in this dimension. The actual Dragon God was consumed long ago. I don't remember this particular bit. Swallowed by that being on the other side of the dimensional darkness.
You know him.
The frozen flame is a splinter from the extraterrestrial being Lavos. Yeah, we know. The one who connects with the frozen flame, in effect, links with Lavos itself. As the mediator between Lavos and living things, that one will gain extraordinary powers.
He links with Lavos, get it?
Oh, by binding with the new seed of destruction, the devourer of time.
What in blazes is a devourer of time?
I'd explain it, but it's too time consuming.
I think it's Balthazar.
All right, that was the best structured joke probably of the night, to be honest.
He just fuck John, dude.
Fuck John.
We've been letting him get away with it for too long. It's really good, John.
I'm sick of it.
The Devourer of Time is a new life form. Born from the fusion of a life form from this planet with Lavos, who nests on the far side of the dimensional void. In the far-off future, when the fusion becomes complete, it will awaken. Then, the Devourer of Time will begin to consume all space-time continua. Despair and hatred, to return all things to nothingness. That is what it desires.
This is kind of like the plot of It.
True. Yeah, that's
What
yeah.
IT desires.
Something about fear. Here,
Thanks,
take this with
John.
you.
Alien life form crash
Thanks,
landing to
Mr.
Earth
John.
and devouring people in order to
That's the time
continue its existence.
The time egg will enable you to travel beyond space-time. The world is in your hands. Go! Release the life that is imprisoned.
But not before listening to all the kids from Chrono Trigger talk to you for upwards of 35 minutes.
Yeah, this is gonna go on a little long.
Mm-hmm. Crikey, what in bloody hell's happening?
This place is going to crumble to pieces. Can't believe it. We gotta fly off on our little boat.
Seal all over again.
Ooh. Yeah, but it's in the water this time.
Mm.
I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I'm on like my 7th game that involves a giant castle rising from the water and floating in the sky.
It's a
Look,
good
man,
trope,
Miyazaki
you know? It's a
poisoned
good
us.
fucking trope.
Yeah, true. Whoa.
After Laputa, like, it was just
He was over.
endless. Yeah. Yeah, you get the punch card of JRPG tropes.
That's what happens when you rehydrate your tower.
Someone redeemed hydrate for him.
I'm gonna say this in the most Midwestern way. She's
We were so close.
La puta. That's different. That's a very different thing. It's a very different thing. Schmoopy.
Oh, schmoopy.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So that's Terratawa's final true form. In the end, we're all the same. Everyone dreams of being greater, more powerful.
We've come this far. All that remains is to defeat the Devourer of Time. Once we wipe the Devourer of Time off the face of this planet, it is all over.
Wait, Julia, you're from Chicago?
Everything will go back to normal again.
I've lived here my whole life. Are you from the city proper, or are you posing and are from the burbs? Because they're different things.
Carbondale. You're wrong. Things won't ever go back to the way they were. Fate is dead.
When the Canadian knows more about that dynamic than anyone else, that's awesome.
From now on, us humans have to choose our own way of life. We also have to take responsibility for the choices we make. And something's got to be done about the way we go around hurting and killing one another.
Hell yeah.
We got to settle our differences once and for all. Listen, what's really important is what we do now. The issue ain't whether we defeat this bastard or not. I'm afraid that, depending on how we go about it, we could lose out on gaining something really precious. So, the issue is the way we fight.
God.
So where on earth is the real Devourer of Time?
My guess is the key to finding it lies at that beach. That's where this whole thing started. It's also probably where this whole thing will end.
Off we go.
Full circle, baby. Chet family loves it.
That's crazy, Julia, because I lived on Taylor Street when I was until I was 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what.
An hour drive from Chicago. I wish that would make life simpler. There would finally be a deep dish place near me.
Yeah, we could kith.
We could kith.
I could be in the drywall, okay?
There could be a Joie shaped hole in this drywall.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I was born in uptown Albany Park. I lived in University Village for a little bit as a kid. I don't remember. Then I moved to Berwyn.
There we go.
And then
Did I do Luca's voice back in the day? I get his voice.
No, I did.
You did? Okay.
That was me, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've lived in Pilsen, uptown. I live in uptown now, so it's not far.
Here you go.
Is this Luca?
Yep.
So you finally made it, Sir Stinkian. When did this sorry? Oh, dude, this is
It's
kind of
gonna be
brutal.
so long.
Yeah, I know. This is also brutal. Oh, Dan, that's crazy. That's fun. I went to UIC. Anyway, when did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? I miss food. Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by the panther demons that attacked you?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
That resulted in you being carried to Chronopolis, in where you came into contact with fate in the frozen flame. I'm so sorry for voicing so. I've been talking so much. I'm sorry. Or perhaps it was 2,400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Or could it have been in 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos? Each is close to being correct, and yet at the same time so far from the right answer. Well, actually, the true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal.
Let's just say...
As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Sala was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Sala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Sala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm drying out, boys. I'm definitely not going through the wall. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. I need a little bit more foreplay. This is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect. And when the future became divided into two... Majuular, please read some of this now. I can't do this.
All right,
Led by the pitiful crying the young Surge Tankian made as the panther demon's poison took hold of him. Yes, Surge Tankian, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her magical pendant.
Hold on. That in particular is...
You got that screenshot?
Yeah, that's
baby
a
daughter
screenshot.
clone.
Baby daughter clone. There's so many hyphenated words in this game that don't need to be.
Pseudo baby daughter clone.
Faux fucking.
Oh, here we go again.
This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right, Shmoopy is Shala's daughter clone.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
And now about Project Kid. Something with the way some of these things are worded before they launch into a new thing is always funny to me.
Giant
now
fucking
about Project
Wikipedia
Kid.
entry.
About this other extremely long and boring subject that I have to tell you about still. The time control project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between fate and the dragon gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Shmoopy was not to know anything about this whole plan until later. Further in the future, she is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Serge Tankian from drowning.
Oh shit, we got a raid. What's up, Skyhawk baby? How you doing? How'd your show go? Hold on, let me shout out the boy here. How you doing?
I can't believe that even after we finish talking to Luca, there's still 2 other children with dialogue.
We gotta go through all children?
Yeah.
All
awesome.
Children's Hospital.
Chrono Talks?
It's good to see you guys. How did your show go? Oh, I did the wrong. I spelt it wrong. Hold on.
Hey, Persona 3 Reload. I got poisoned on that game for 4 days, dude. That's all I did.
I'm actually playing through that right now.
That's good. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm having a rootin' tootin' good old rockin' time.
I prefer Fest, but it's an okay. It's a good, if you've never experienced the Persona 3 saga before, it's fantastic.
There we go.
Shmoopy was also meant to call Serge Tankian into the other world as he spoke with Boing Boing here on Opasa Beach.
Oh, God.
You're our last hope. Final chance. Boing Boing on the beach. Now we're talking. Only you who came into contact with Shala and Shmoopy, Shala's clone daughter, can do. I love that they have to remind you about what they just said text boxes ago. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the devourer of that time. Please, Serge Tankian, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us the life forms that exist on this planet what our new future will be.
Please just click what I linked in chat because this is insanely topical to this. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Stop it. Did you know he got fired from his job because of that tweet?
That's a joke, dude. He's not that guy is completely irony poisoned.
Who are
we talking to?
Way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake. You drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality.
Can't stop picturing that guy in the background.
Lynx who tried to kill you at the beach. He wants Boing Boing on the beach, man. After Prometheus broke the link between Fate and the Flame, Fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Joie forth to try and gain possession of the Flame. Joie made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus Circus's lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Joie abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure, so they waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki.
I didn't mention that.
Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having your psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by fate. Fate turned Mizuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Mizuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame and the flame gazes back at you. All right, John, you ready?
Oh, God.
New species is about to be born on this planet. An alien life form even more evolved than old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos and the two became one entity. It's now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether, in the future, all the time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300. And he determined to prevent it from happening no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross, it alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim within all life forms use the song of life to heal the enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge Tankian. Please save Shala.
All right. Hold on. Let me make sure I have the right elements equipped.
So it's Draggy and Glenn, huh?
The boys, the crew.
There's one giant, hugely important side quest in this that it's not really a side quest. You just go to Viper Manor and go in the lab and talk and get a big old fucking drop.
Exposition.
Yeah. Maju, how do you feel about the Surge is Janus theory?
I would have to brush up on that theory in order to give you a good answer.
Somebody's probably written about it. I tried to make this narrative happen when I was playing through it. I was like talking to a group chat about Chrono Cross, and I was like, "Bro, just hear me out. This is what I think. I think it's possible." Really, when does he have time to make System of a Down? Well, you know, that's the real cliffhanger. Sailor Jupiter is the universal best one, yes.
Okay,
Wait,
good.
We're going to Viper Manor for more exposition?
In a moment. I gotta get more elements.
Oh, fuck.
We gotta go fight 30 more monsters and capture a bunch more summons.
Then we gotta dodge 200 lightning bolts.
At least 6 more episodes of that.
Blitzball. It's gonna be awesome.
Why is Lisa's portrait so good in this like remastered version?
Dude, I like the remastered portraits a lot, actually.
Yeah, they're great.
And it took me like I was like, ugh, when I first saw them. I was like letting them cook, and I was like,
I thought they looked good. I thought that I mean, I don't know what you can do about pre-rendered backgrounds. I don't really find the AI upscale to be particularly convincing. I get you can't literally just have the original size of like backgrounds with like modern displays, but they definitely put some legwork in for the portraits.
Yeah, I agree. I think this remastered looks pretty good, all things considered. It could be a lot worse.
There has been worse PS1 pre-rendered game remasters.
Yeah.
Many. Very true.
Compared to the FF8 remaster, oh man.
Yeah. I like the character models in that one, actually.
Same.
But yeah, those backgrounds are very jarring.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what the right move is. I think part of me is just like, hey, just port the game with emulator features. And call it a day.
What else can you do? Make the screen size, shrink it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, go to Square headquarters and find the original renders.
Yeah, which don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad. I would actually love, even just outside the context of a remaster, I would love to just see all the original renders and their original like size and everything.
Yeah.
Be really interesting.
God, that would be sick, man. If you could Chrono Trigger back. Drewby, you know what has that too? Is FF13 has a problem with the menus being slow. Or at least, I don't remember if that's... No, I don't think it's the case on PC. Or rather, I think you can mod it to not be the case. But FF13 definitely has FPS issues with the menus. They run differently at a different speed. God, and I think Emerald Beyond has that too. I've been noticing it. It sucks. When you see a Square Enix game that has been like also designed for simultaneous release on mobile, you know there's going to be some fucking questionable UX.
Yep, some issues.
Yeah, Arial font or something.
Yeah. Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's almost more offensive to me than Comic Sans.
Are the battle menus 60 FPS on PS? I don't think they are. Drew, I could be wrong. Because I just felt so much lag when I was playing through it recently. It felt so clunky, and I don't remember that being an issue on PC. So
You may not progress. Oh, never mind.
Oh, do we throw the other world
entry
for this?
I don't remember how you... John, you wanna guide the man?
Must have. The guide's telling us to go for final battle. It didn't cover this.
Oh, do we not?
How about you just take a dump on us?
We'll just...
Hey, Joey, you just dump on us.
Yeah, well,
Give us the
basically what happens is that you get a letter from Luca. That's Luca to Kid. And is like, hey, you're Shala. I really wish that I had been there to see you grow up. And it's fucking devastating, dude. It's
Damn.
fucking profoundly devastating. And in that scene, Magus was supposed to be there. Or Majel, or Guile, however you want to look at it. And if you look in the game actually never removed his shadow from it.
Nice.
Because they were supposed to do a whole thing with Magus, and it was supposed to be about Kid/Shala and Magus, like, is he there with you? And she basically, in the letter, basically says Magus.
So this is the final gate, which leads to the darkness of time. It's time to bring this chapter to an end and create a brighter future where we play Lufia 2.
Lufia 2! It's a lot more lighthearted, and the dungeon puzzles are really intuitive. And I'm gonna fight to protect all the things I've come to love.
So do I follow
The last
this
boss's
thing from the
soundtrack was
start?
great.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is a great
This one
soundtrack.
sucked.
Oh shit.
A child.
She's got little pincer arms. Get her.
All right, so you've got a very specific order to do this, right, Joey?
Yep.
Yeah, I
I'm
posted
looking at
it
it
in
now.
the thing.
What did they just use?
Aerial
Omega
blaster.
Green? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Use character 1 to use uplift.
Is that a scary movie reference, Sid?
I got things backwards. My character 1 is character 2. Wait, no. I equipped uplift. Did the fucking auto... hold on. I ran away.
Later.
You can run away from the
You can run
boss.
from this
which
battle
is-
too.
This is the most appropriate thing to happen in this final boss fight, is for Frank to run.
All,
Yeah, exactly.
all the kids standing there like, what the fuck?
I actually didn't know you could. I thought this was like one of the few, if not like, there's like 2 battles in this game you can't run from, right? And I thought this was one of them. Oh man,
I love that
that's
there's like
fucking
a
awesome.
boss character model that just waits on the map for you too when you run.
It's so sick.
It's a nice feature.
Like every Souls boss.
Uplift, bushwhacker, gravity
Night Nox,
blow.
thanks for hanging, bud.
Good night, Nox. Love you, buddy. Alright, fireball, aqua beam, and photon ray.
I'm like trying to piece together parts of the lore that I kind of forgot. Like I forgot about the whole dragon god isn't really a thing. It's just like a weird empty manifestation. It just like why?
If only there was a fourth child who could tell us more.
Yeah, if only Ayla was there.
Yeah.
Just needed to clone more of them.
How did Ayla die in this? 'Cause
That never
everybody
really
else,
gets said.
she probably got
hit in the head by a watermelon.
stage
Or
4
coconut.
pancreatic cancer.
She went back to her time and lived a full life.
It's like, yeah, honestly, I think she's the one who gets out scot-free because it's like very heavily implied that she's Chrono's ancestor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, here we go.
Now, my theory is that, I said this in chat earlier, but I like to think that Chrono is actually a manifestation of Lavos, and that's why he doesn't speak.
And that's why
And
he has
he's
spiky hair.
And that's why he has spiky hair.
But he just spoke not a few minutes ago.
That's not really Chrono. That's Bono. That's Bono from U2, actually.
That's Bono.
Yeah, he's like, I put my album on your phone. You want to listen to it? And
I don't remember this dialogue from the original at all.
Okay. That's because the vocalization ruined it. That's why. They did actually retranslate some things in this too. I don't know the full extent of which, but I heard the term vocalization, or I saw it rather on Twitter.com, and I almost fucking deleted myself from the internet.
You're just mad because you got owned.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Okay, walk me through what's happening right here.
So you have to use the elements in a specific order, right? And each of the elements, see that chime that happens?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the notes of the Chrono leitmotif. So you have to use the elements in that very specific order, and then use the Chrono Cross, and then it clocks him. But you need to build up those little your stamina or whatever to use the two elements in a row, so you don't go into deficit.
It actually makes more sense once you pull it off and it transitions to that ending cutscene, which is, by the way, super awesome.
I've
love
never
that,
seen
like
this.
the way it transitions.
I want you to know
Oh,
I've
it's such
literally
a
never
cool
seen this.
thing.
You could also kill him You could kill it with HP too. Like there's like an actual fight to it. As well.
But you don't get the cool bit.
All right, let's go.
Wait, did you? Yeah,
There you
let's
go.
And time. A new PB. We hit a new PB for this stream.
New
Yeah, the
PB.
Frank PB.
3 months.
Yeah, more than that even. Good lord.
I just don't understand why she has blonde hair now, but
Whatever,
Mhm.
You mean X, yeah. The yokalization.
Yeah, everything got a y'all added to it. Terrible joke, but I fuck with that.
The Okinawa accent being reflected in English.
Yeah, it's just the Pittsburgh accent. Disgusting.
I can close the guide.
Finally.
Does that feel good, John?
God, this is
does.
so sick, though.
It does. There's something special about finishing a game on this show that, like, I swell with, like, about it.
When you hit that Control W and you know it's for good.
I know it's been said about 45 times this stream and probably 7,000 throughout the time you guys have played Chrono Cross, but what a good song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, there's Yoko Taro, the best character.
Oh, the audio is kind of.
I fixed it.
Clippy.
This is the first time anyone's seen this ending except for Joey.
I'm the only person. Actually, funny enough, there is in another secret ending, a secret bit if you finished all the Radical Dreamers things too.
That's cool. I actually really like Radical Dreamers. Thought it was really cool. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another into disappearing life forms. Hold on.
Just chucking a huge cloud while reading this ending.
Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution, the survival of the fittest. What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planet, and the innumerable spermatozoa, the life forms which gather around them. Which one of these countless seeds is joined with a planet when a new universe is born? All this exists for that one moment, all so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just so the one chosen life form can be born?
Fucking my ass.
No. That is not the case. Each and every one of us have a chance of becoming that one chosen life form. Yes, it could be you. It could be you, Joey. Each of us tries to do our best with the hands we're dealt, be it our genes or the environment we live in. Each life form struggling to make the best for their life under capitalism forms a link in the golden chain that leads us to the creation of a new universe.
I didn't expect to get the Solid Snake monologue at the end.
Every single thing in the whole of nature is just perhaps just dreaming, a dream of light. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by a planet before its birth.
Meryl.
Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervan, the Sea of Dreams. Surge Tankian. Don't go yet, Surge Tankian. It's alright. Everything is alright now. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you'll be able to live your own life. Little echo fucking cough for you. Yes, I will continue to follow in my brother's footsteps as a great dragoon. Good luck to you, Surge Tankian. I look forward to the next time we meet.
Thanks, Surge Tankian. We'll always be friends, right? Always. And you're like, yeah, sure, man, I'll call you.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to your improv though. Sorry.
We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes or to solve all its mysteries. And yet, even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being... It was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born you, Surge Tankian. I guess now's the time to say see you later, mate. But I'll find you sometime, somewhere. I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I'm sure. I'm sure I will find you.
So was that kid talking the whole time?
Shala/kid when she goes into Australia.
Oh.
But yeah, the lyrics of that song are fucking my butt, sucking my ass, touching my wiener. I don't know if you guys knew that, but those are the lyrics to it.
It's good to know that. Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
read
kind
the
of hard to
instruction
hear.
manual.
Yeah.
Surge Tankian. Surge Tankian. Hey, Surge Tankian. I don't remember the end of this game whatsoever. I've done it once, so this has been pretty cool to do it again, like to actually process it.
Starter villager girlfriend.
Best girl marriage.
Yeah.
No, God!
Fuck, you want boing boing?
No, God, please, no!
What's
No!
happening
Beach
again?
boing
No! No!
All right, who wants to be boing boing? I don't remember.
That's a chat.
Are you all right? What's the matter?
Hell yeah.
I just
Actually
had the
gonna duck out,
craziest
Frank,
fucking
that's
dream.
okay.
Craziest dream.
There's a robot that did 0 damage.
Shoot, don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden, y'all. What? Terra Tower? Boing boing. Bait. What you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales for me, don't you remember?
Alright.
No.
John's gotta head out.
Love
and
you,
do some
Johnny.
Anniversary duties. Thank you, sir.
That's understandable. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. Love
Wow.
you, baby. Thanks for being here for this, making it special.
You sound confused. Is it your anniversary as well?
For now, Majuular is John, Chet is Chet, and Joey's Joey. That's fine.
That's okay.
Fine with me.
Come on, Surge Tankian. Get with the program. Our summer's only just started.
Johnnular. Finally, babe, wake up! New Milk Jular just dropped. It's Johnnular now.
Oh, no.
And you thought we were gonna get this whole stream without somebody
Without
being
a single
fucking
milk Jular reference.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, will you look at that familiar scene that we've watched? Thus the curtain
Lazy.
closes on another trial, and eternity is past. Fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that is left now is me and my memories. Vicer, finally. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
But I'm sure we'll meet again someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just that we might not realize that you and I am me.
That
Fuck
was
that up.
basically what it said.
Let us open the door
What
to
a
the
me.
great unknown. Come
Damn
across
it, just
another
trying to help
reality
with the
and
pronunciation.
live another today. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, Surge Tankian. Take care of yourself, my friends. Forever yours, the Super RPG friends.
Oh, Shala Kid Zeal. You love to see it. Ah.
Oh, Ellie.
Where's Faye?
Yeah, it was Ellie and Faye.
Yeah, what the fuck? Where's
I know that
Niang?
painting.
It was Lacan, actually.
She's
so.
100% around here. She has to be. I mean, the ship's dropped. I mean,
I think I'm due for a Xenogears replay that doesn't involve me taking a bunch of notes and writing a video about it.
Just
I-
sitting
I-
back and
I-
enjoying it.
I want to do it
Yeah.
on the show, but I know that is such an undertaking.
Did-
But
Oh, yeah.
I also just kind of like, that's one of the games I had in mind when I
the goat.
envisioned this show.
Oh, the goat. This
Oh, yeah.
song fucking ends me, dude. This is the best song of the game.
Is this the blooper reel?
We did it!
Yeah.
We beat the game! You guys want grippers? There they are! Boom!
Ew, come on.
Frank
Stop
and
that.
Whoops, didn't mean to fall off here, sir.
Oh, fuck
Nice.
yeah!
You want me to crash your lights?
You want me? You ever have Marmite?
Posting toes on street. I'm posting feet on me.
Oh, what's up, Sunset? Yes, no spoilers after this.
You want to see it? Well, no, there's actually kind of a big spoiler in the blooper reel, I guess. Montage. Wait, have you not played this before in the Sunset? God, this song fucking rips.
Stone Cold classic.
This is actually what Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out to.
Was originally before his victory in the King of the Ring over Jake the Snake Roberts. This is what he used to come out to.
Yeah. His soft boy arc. I played this at a coffee shop once, but I didn't sing it because I don't know Japanese, and that would be really funny. Dude, I struggled saying 2 names in my video. Like I could not sing in Japanese. It would sound like sound racist, I think. Is what would happen. It'd be like Frank coming on the show. Frank and I being on the same show. It
would be just racist.
Yeah. Frank's asleep right now.
Yeah, Frank looks like he's
right. I was checking my phone.
3D leans bell. Hold it.
Oh,
warning, 3D
bell.
alarm.
Filoni brought back Lean's bell? What? God, this is...
There it is. Picture of a dragon. Well, never mind.
Yes, you're dragon. You gotta watch out for the dragons. You gotta poop them. That is the dumbest thing in the world. The Harlequin and the space bobble alien on a ship. That's not a good picture.
No. No, especially considering the Harlequin was like quite antagonistic, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my toxic trait is singing incredibly fucking juvenile things over really good songs. I don't know. I've been doing that since I was like 10, and I haven't been able
When
to...
I'm showing somebody a movie that I love and they start doing stuff like that over the cool bit, I pause the movie and look at them angrily until they stop.
I don't do it like around other people really, except on the show apparently.
I feel like in this case it's acceptable.
The live action shit's super cool.
It's true, he does that. I don't like talking during like good things though.
Yeah, especially when it's like there's like some emotional part coming up, and maybe there's something that people find slightly weird. So in order to like diffuse their own personal tension, they start cracking jokes about it.
Right.
Like, shut the fuck up and soak in it right now.
Yeah, just let it fucking marinate, dude. Like, you don't have to comment on everything. I say this as I comment on literally everything that happens in these games on the show. But this is a different format because
right.
I don't know.
I'd have to, in this case.
Yeah.
This being a podcast of sorts.
Yeah.
There's definitely, if you want to watch a Chrono Cross playthrough with no commentary whatsoever, that exists. But this is not the platform for that.
This is the one to watch.
Like sometimes if I would watch something like serious, like a show, like pausing it for a second to kind of like digest and talk about it, you know.
Sure.
But that's fine. But like, yeah, just being like
hard and fast rule.
Like someone like dying and being like, "Why didn't he just save her?" Like, shut the fuck
exactly,
up, bro.
Yeah. Totally. I before it's irrelevant to say this, one of my favorite things about Chrono Cross's soundtrack is even though they use like synthesized instruments, they still put in that sound of a hand moving down a fretboard in all of the acoustic songs. That's one of my favorite little things that they do.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck am I looking at right now?
Yeah, this is the big like twist.
Pearl clutching.
This is wild. I still don't know like what to really make of this.
Is that it's connected to the real world?
Yeah, it's like...
I will find you.
Kid in Toronto.
Search this world over. Sometime,
Kids in Toronto?
I'm sure. Yeah, so the way I process that is that this was all just connected to our world in the end.
I don't know if I see it like that. I see it more as like a...
Well, it's almost like even Chrono Trigger was part of all of this, like, alternate dimension stuff. And when they say, you know, we're all getting sent back to our own worlds, and including, you know, like, you have the party members that you're with at the time, giving like a definitive, goodbye. We are literally from different dimensions brought together into this divergence of worlds. And the live action stuff and that ending with Shala standing in Shibuya is kind of like, so this was all running parallel to the universe we live in right now. And I mean, I think that's super cool, but I don't know. That's the way I process that.
I see it as kind of like a concept of like relative harmony, the timeline has been resolved or whatever. It's like you're in this place that's familiar to the player, like the real world or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like,
this?
oh, hey, we got there, bro. But the real world is fucked up. So did we really get there? It's philosophy 101. Like it's like a statement that like a philosophy 101 student would say, but I don't know. It's like interesting.
I like the closing. Oh wait, I guess that's just the fucking opening. Never mind.
It's a fancy new opening inside of a grotto.
Was it?
Or, I guess it's not a grotto.
Is that a new end? Is that a new opening? That's cool.
I believe it usually starts with an above view of like light pouring through shallow water. That one's in like an underwater cave. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it stays that way when you start the game again, but
I think it does. Yeah, I think it might. So for those of you who don't know, there was actually a third game that was planned. It was supposed to be called Chrono Break. They wrote a script treatment for it, and what ended up happening was a lot of the concepts got reused for Final Fantasy Dimensions 2.
What?
Yeah.
Real?
Yeah, New Game Plus. Let's go.
Me looking that up right now to know what the hell it is.
It's like a mobile. It's actually a decent game. It's like a mobile standalone Final Fantasy.
It's always got to suck as a creator and as a writer to have, like, you've got a plan for a long-term storytelling, and then it gets chopped off like that.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of it was like probably none was ever planned from jump. And I think because Chrono Break wouldn't have been the same developers anyway. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Dimensions 1 is actually not that bad. I don't think it's a terrible game. It's not good, but it's not like terrible. The thing that is terrible about it is that they reused the assets for it, especially the UI, to make the 5 and 6 mobile ports, and that's why they look like shit.
Get a good sleep, Sid. Have a good night.
Night, Sid.
Thanks
for
hanging.
joining, brother. First one in, one of the last ones out. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Frank, what about you? How are you feeling about this game after?
I think the last like 3 or 4 hours really brought me back out of the haze that I was in from the end of the Link segment. I was really the end of the Link segment was really pushing me with all the dragon running around, and just it all felt very inconsequential to me at the time. But coming together and actually when this game drops all of its big brain shit, it was really engaging for me, and I came out of it a little bit happier with it than I thought I was going to in the end, and I think that just how complex and how much fun it was talking about it with you guys really brought my interest back, like laser focused with Chrono Cross in the end. It was a good game. I did still have fun with it. I have my qualms. I have my things that playing again nowadays that I noticed that I didn't see before, but still overall, I still had a great time. It's still one of the PS1 greats. It very much deserves its place in history.
Hell yeah. Machu, what about you, man? Because obviously you did a video on it, but like, what about 2 years removed from that video? Has anything changed since then, especially seeing it now in this context?
I mean, I'm always going to be a little bit nostalgia poisoned when I talk about it, just because, again, it's like one of my first big games that I ever even played. First RPG that I played on PS1, first game. I think it's a fantastic game that is like only let down by its own outrageous ambitions most of the time. And even then, I think it's one of those games that I would still recommend to people, if for no other reason than just aesthetically speaking. It's just such a great experience to play through it. It's gorgeous. The El Nido Archipelago is one of my favorite settings in RPGs, full stop. Soundtrack is obviously, like, goes without saying that it's fantastic. And the story, for all of its, like, numerous hiccups, does present a lot of really interesting ideas that came from a time when Square was, like, throwing out all kinds of projects that you would never see anybody attempting nowadays outside of maybe, like, indies. So I still have, like, mainly just positive feelings about the game.
And what's wild about that too is that so much of the output during that time was incredibly flustered or messy or unfinished. Unfinished is like the key term to describe like
a lot of
every
that in the
PS1
generation.
Yeah.
There was a lot of I think there was a lot of budget booming during that generation, and they didn't know how much they would need. They didn't know how much time, because I mean, even with the show, as we've moved forward in the generations, we've seen the games get even bigger and bigger and bigger and take more and more time. So watching the product of that big boom and all of that ambition is that one of the things that I would associate with PlayStation 1 RPGs is there's a lot of unfinished elements in it, and I think it's because of that. And it's interesting to see that from like a business perspective.
Yeah, and you know, this game, it takes a lot from Xenogears, even if it wasn't, you know, directly. Yeah, I don't know how many developers worked on both games or whatever, but like if you look at the battle systems, they're not like insanely different from one another.
No, with the stamina and everything.
Yeah, Chrono Cross definitely feels a lot like it.
They tagged you in the, if you check the RPG tag, I actually tagged you. I was trying to talk about ways to make the battle system and like death blows and stuff in Xenogears better. And more like engaging, and that's something that I don't know. It's interesting to watch these games because the difference they both employ stamina based in turn based, and it's cool to see how different they treat it. Whereas in Chrono Cross, you can switch around at any point, use different characters and stuff. Whereas Xenogears is like, this is your turn. This is how much AP you have. You can either use it or store it. Which, as we know, storing it didn't really pan out to anything
it doesn't
meaningful.
Really ever. Yeah, there's like maybe one stream where that's a thing.
It's a whole conversation, but I was saying like the death blows need like some kind of like individual element or like trait to make them using over others situationally rather than damage. But like I said, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that could be its own stream. But yeah, actually, we went a little over, but I think it was cool. I appreciate your being here at the end, Majuular, and Chet for being with us this whole time.
Thanks for having me.
Did we get a Chet final thought? Did I miss it, or was it just
no? Yeah, I was gonna add Chet. What's saving the cutest for last?
The cutie pie.
This game sucks. No. All right. Counterpoint. No. I've kind of explained my issues with Chrono Cross. And mostly that I think what most people's issues with it is that they just wanted more Chrono Trigger, and it didn't ever pretend to be that, which you guys have very eloquently expounded upon throughout the stream, so I don't think I need to re-hit on all that again. I would just say that I thoroughly enjoyed this playthrough. I just wish in some way. So this is how I kind of feel like Chrono Cross's story delivery to me has been. It's like someone who is making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and they're really uneven with the jelly. Because like one bite is like just a little bit of jelly, and then the next bite is, whoa, way too much jelly. Like that. That's kind of what the pacing of the storytelling was. It was just like, all of a sudden, you know, we went through what, 3 or 4 streams where it was mostly just kind of gathering things with the dragons, and that's how the storytelling method was presented, because we had to do that. and then big, huge info dumps at the end, which it's all super entertaining and very intriguing. It would just, the pace was a bit disjointed for me, but I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about it because it was great. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it has just enough Chrono Trigger in it for me to really like the game and be glad that I got to experience the whole story.
Chet,
Yeah.
did you
Nice.
did you learn the song on the
I did.
on your instrument? Could we close out with you playing a little bit of that?
If you want me to, I don't know if it's going to be well, but it's going to be enough.
I think that's a great way to do it. We'll do that. I'll plug Lufia too, and then we'll raid out.
Okay, I'll try.
I think that's a listen.
Put you on
baby.
the spot.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, it's not going to be great. Just keep that in mind.
Just don't break a rib, though. That's
Yeah,
my only.
Oh my
concern
gosh,
for me.
that's the last thing we need. I'm just finally healed up and I can sleep all night without it being a problem. You ready?
Let's go.
I'll turn him up a little bit too.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, it's not picking it up. I think if you go into your Discord settings and you turn off like the volume gating,
Yeah, just
it
continuous.
should work.
Or lower.
Where am I going?
Discord. So okay, open up your Discord.
Yep.
Go to settings, user settings. And go to voice and video.
Voice and video.
And then down below, like there's like input mode, voice activity, push to talk, and below there should be a thing that says input sensitivity.
Yeah.
Do you have automatically determine input sensitivity?
I have it. It's clicked on. If the indicator is
click it off.
There we
and
go.
Then move that
Drag
bar
that bad boy down.
like
down,
really
down,
far
down
to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah.
Still.
Well, no,
you
I can,
still.
It's picking him up though. Hold on. Do a bow.
Yeah. Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah. So you just turn it all the way to the bottom for now.
It is all the way down.
Okay. Hold on. We could do.
Weird because we've heard him before.
Yeah, because I've.
Yeah,
But I don't know if it was through Discord though. It was through my
Your
Streamlabs.
Hold on. Let's see. There's also a way to continuously transmit in there. You could turn out the noise suppression. That might help. All the way in the bottom. Like scroll down. It's like a little tab that says noise.
Probably good that you didn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
You don't see the noise suppression spot under voice and video?
Yeah, it's like below your camera settings.
You see, there's the video background section, which is like
Okay.
a spot with pictures, and you scroll down a little bit under the opus, and you'll see like 4 things down. It says noise suppression, crisp, standard.
Noise suppress. Okay, and I'm going to none.
Yes.
Yeah, hit that now.
Are you using like a Shure SM7B or something like good quality like that?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
okay.
it's
I
not
can
that
hear.
sensitive.
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Is that working better?
Yeah,
Yep,
just move a
that's
little
perfect.
further back.
All right. Let's try.
Yeah,
Just
just a
back
little bit.
off.
Yeah.
All right. Are we trying this now? Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Fucking cool.
Oops. Oops. I get all nervous.
You're killing it.
Nice.
Hey.
That was
Well
I'm all
awesome.
nervous. Did you hear me all get all slappy?
No,
and nervous
you
on
did
it?
so
Dude,
good. That's
violin
so,
is like an impossible instrument. That's
what an awesome way to close this out, honestly. Like you only get that on Companion Quest, folks.
Yeah.
But thank everyone who came out and watched this series. I had a great time. This was the first game of Companion Quest. The next one is going to be Lufia 2. We're going to take a week break next week for Tuesday night. So in 2 Tuesdays, I'll try to maybe get like a
Tuesdays.
two Tuesdays. I'll try to get a maybe a giveaway or something. But we will be starting the Super Nintendo Classic Lufia 2. That's right.
boy.
Frank will be solving puzzles on air, so Six can make fun of me constantly.
Oh, it's gonna be a good time.
Thank each and every one of you. Thank you to my co-host. Thank you to my guests. Thank you, Majuular, for coming and hanging out with us. It's a little bit of a full circle for me. I went from the Chrono Cross to Legend of Dragoon pipeline to get into your videos. So it's cool to have you here for it and talk about it. Thank you guys. Super RPG Friends fucking rules. We're going to close this the way we've been doing it since the start, and that is with an Earthbound reference. 3, 2, 1. Fuzzy Pickles, you
Fuzzy
guys.
Pickles.
Fuzzy Pickles.
We'll see you guys next time. And did the actual stream catch up? It did. Boing, boing. Oh, my God.
The whole boing boing.